going to be a big deal.
Hey, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Welcome to bonus content.
Why was there fanfare?
Why was there fanfare? Why was there like music? We should have bonus content music.
No,
Not like to play in
it's.
the background, but like just like an intro
I was going to
track.
say it's too long for that.
No, just like just like a hot intro, like a some dude just comes out and starts rapping about bonus.
Can it be Scott?
Yeah.
How about
It's like
Roger?
Sorry, the bonus content came up in my headphones and I was like, ah! Welcome to bonus content. I'm Alex, as per usual. Tony's here, and fucking Brian Nobishin Jackson is here too.
the sole survivor of the being on every show this year.
Yeah, Tony Horvath. That's it. You're gonna be you're our rock now.
I know. Isn't that a sad state of affairs?
How things have changed. Hey man, when you came into 2015 and you're like 2016, what did I say? You're like, I want to do this. I'm gonna be on shows now. And here you are. Look at that, you did it.
I mean, we're only halfway, right? So
It's true. It's only June, so the nightmare has yet to really begin.
you know what's a lot harder? Playing Dark Souls
dick
without
right now.
without audio cues.
Well, I mean, you're the one that wanted to play Dark Souls before we started the show. Why were you playing Dark Souls?
Because it's fun.
Okay. I mean, that's a valid answer.
Also because I was hosting fight clubs, right? On my character that I got the platinum on, because that's the one that I can just go do anything. It has like 7 million souls, like whatever. Can get literally do anything I want. But I can't. The place where people go to PvP in Dark Souls when you're at the high level is right after Pontiff Sullivan, because it's like a nice arena there. So like you can host fight clubs where you just summon a bunch of people and everyone's like you put down a bunch of those glowy stones and shit. You just watch people fight each other and it's awesome. But if you've already beaten the boss, you can only summon 2 phantoms if you use the finger. But if you haven't beaten the boss, then you can summon 6. So like. Yeah.
Can
So
you get like 11 people in your world at once?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Where can you do that?
It's like there's an area, I don't remember which area it is, but there's an area where you can just summon a ton of people and then
Is it the Demon's Grundle?
It might be
that was
right
my favorite
before,
area.
I think it's right before the last boss.
Okay.
So everyone goes there, and like the problem is I just have to now take my second character, who was basically at the end of the first game, just hadn't beaten the King of the Storm in the last boss yet. And then go do that, and then go through New Game Plus up to the point where you get to kill Pontiff Sullivan, and then not kill the boss that comes after him.
Wouldn't that be New Game Plus 4?
No. I have another character that... You remember the character you helped me go through the dungeon with?
Yeah.
That character. It's just another New Game 1 character that I was playing through with.
Okay. I thought you were saying you're going to do that on your platinum character.
No. I don't feel like going through New Game Plus 4. Thanks, though.
Yeah. Thanks for the offer. Glad it's open. How was your week, Tony?
It's been... let's see, what did I do? It's been all right.
You held down the fort.
I did. We recorded a show on Monday, and then I tried to edit the show for a long time, and I could not get the MP3 files that our lovely guests sent to me to import into Ableton Live, which is the software that I use to edit the show, if I edit the show. So apparently there's a bug that was going on with it that was just preventing any MP3 file from importing into Live. Mine worked because that's where I recorded it. But the Scots and my 2 guests were not able to get in there. So Alex ended up having to do it, which I felt really bad about because he wasn't even there.
That's okay. I'm glad I got the chance to listen to the show.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like you probably would have listened to it anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that happened. That was like my whole like Monday trying to figure that shit out, which I didn't end up figuring that shit out, as it turns out. So apparently I'm just waiting for them to patch it. Which should be pretty soon, because right now I don't believe that anyone can use it for MP3 files unless it's been fixed already.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully they fix it soon.
Yeah.
They're garbage.
Yeah, they're fucking stupid bullshit. Anyway, so other than that, I worked a lot.
Yeah.
I was at work for 12 hours yesterday.
Yeah.
But it's been a good productive week, I think, for me. Other than that, I've just been kind of doing my thing. Scott and I hung out before the last show, so we talked about that already. And I've basically been working. Oh, the light in my room, the bulb burned out, and I don't know how to get a new one.
So you just you go to the grocery store and get a light bulb.
It's not a normal light bulb.
You go to Home Depot.
It's like a weird light bulb where there are like 4 filaments, and they look like LEDs, but 4 of them that are like connected.
It still sounds like a Home Depot problem.
It probably is. I just haven't gone there yet. So the only source of light in my room is the bathroom light. So I've just been living in a cave for like 3 days.
What the fuck is wrong with you two? It's worth mentioning is Scott isn't here because he was like, Saturday night's a great time to build my computer.
I mean, shit. He was talking to me earlier when I was at work about it. He sent me a message. He was like, I'm waiting for the last part that I need to build to come in. And if it were me, I would immediately build too. I don't blame him at all for wanting to build his new computer as soon as he had
absolutely.
parts for it. But I told it's funny because I messaged him and I was like, so are you telling me this because you need me to come and help you with this? And he said, no, I don't need help. And he's not here because he needed help.
Yeah, he's vehemently independent about this, although I'm sure his brother's helping.
I know, it's probably just gotten Will. And Will, while knowing many things about computers, I'm not sure how knowledgeable he is on Linux, which is kind of the solution that Scott has been forced to take for operating system right now.
Yeah, I guess he just didn't get a copy of Windows 10 at all.
I don't blame him for not getting one.
Yeah, but you do need something to run a computer.
At least intermittently.
Yeah, at least in the downtime. Cool. You had a busy week. You had an eventful week.
Yeah.
I think Nabish and I had an eventful week as well.
Yeah, so I figured we'd spend a lot of time talking about the San Fran.
The San Fran. Hi, Nabishin.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, it's been like 17 years since you've been on the show, and
It's only been 8 weeks.
That's like
it's a long time.
It's literally been 2 months starting. Oh, it's been 2 months since the last time I recorded.
So beginning of April was when you kind of stepped. So like right after my birthday, I guess.
Because after that was Danny's show. So
yes, that was the first one you missed. Yeah, we missed you.
I've heard.
one or two. Other people have missed you too. The people that listen and watch.
Definitely, I've heard that.
Yeah.
He's just like, that's the one that I actually care about.
I'll give proper thanks when the show actually starts.
Yeah, absolutely. So how's your week, buddy?
It's been interesting. Since coming back. Back in my town. Shit. Yeah, that stuff. Ever since coming back home from San Francisco. I don't want to say San Fran. No.
San Fran.
Yeah, you sound like a douche when you say it, but it's so easy.
When I came back from San Francisco, I had the day off from work, and then like the day after that, like immediately I had to do an interview for me to be a manager. And I was like, oh, okay, because I got one of my coworkers text me while I was in San Francisco to let me know, like, hey, you got an interview. I'm like, oh, that thing that I was trying to do like 3 months ago, they just decided to do now. Like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm in San Francisco, so I guess I'll do it when I get back. He's like, okay. So I did this fucking interview, and like my God, like I've never been I don't present myself like as an overconfident person.
Yeah.
Type of thing, but that was probably the most confident I have ever been as far as like anything was that interview right there.
Crushed it.
Yeah, it crushed it. Like it was nobody's business. Like I might as well just like have my legs spread out and my arm behind the chair, because like it was just like fucking, man. It's just like I know what you want to hear because I've been through the trenches of this shit, and it's like I know what I want out of it, and just like that's just communication and like teamwork, and like they just like instantly liked me, and like they called me like a few hours later and it's like, oh yeah, we totally want you. You just have to like go to like a place. You have to work like at a place that's like almost an hour from your house if you want the job. And I'm like, well, maybe just like if the price is right, probably. I don't know. Like, my car situation is still not the best, so I'm still in debates with that. But like, I'm officially going to be a manager, I should say. I'm not actually a manager yet, but like I'm in the manager training courses. Like me and my the guy who texted me, like we were going for it, and a bunch of other people, and we were the two that they picked. So that was like cool and surreal. So it was like the both of us.
Go ahead, Tony.
I was gonna say, like, how like important do these people who are interviewing you feel for this?
What do you mean?
Like, because I feel I don't know where that train of thought came from, but just like for some reason, I was like, man, these guys who are not, like interviewing option must feel so fucking cool and important about it.
So you think like they're like, yeah, we get to decide who fucking runs this shit.
Yes, exactly.
So
like,
we're basically running this shit.
Where must they be in their life that they're like, now I get to interview someone who's gonna lead people?
I don't know.
It's a job. Like
It's a goddamn job.
That's the third train of thought that was in my head. I don't know why it was there, but it was there, and here's where we are in life now.
Here we are, Tony.
Yep.
Nailing it.
Quick side note, Alex, do you never hear these crackles that happens on your microphone?
I can't hear it at all.
It happens every
even
once in a
when-
while, yeah.
Like even when you hear the recording?
When I listen to the recording, I can, but so like my monitor for my headphones is coming directly out of the board, right? So, and that's pretty much what I'm hearing from you guys as well. It's just I'm running into my mixer. So the problem I think is with the USB cord or the port.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going into the computer and of course the audio recording. So you would be able to hear it, but I wouldn't.
Right.
So I'm guessing it's happening.
But
Is it-
it only happens like maybe like once every like 15 minutes or something like that, and it lasts for like half a second and it's gone. So it's not a big deal. It's just like something I always have to point out to you because you always want me to point out. That
Yeah,
stuff, so.
yeah, because I can't hear it. It's all right. I mean, I'm working on solutions. I like it. It's so difficult to know where the problem is coming from. That's the frustrating bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, is it the USB cord? Is it the USB port? Is it the actual mixing board itself? Well, if it was that, then would I be able to hear it in the headphones? I have no idea.
Okay.
So here we are. Yeah. So how is it? What was the trip like for you, Nabishin? Other than amazing, fantastical, great. Obviously, we had a great time in San Francisco, in San Fran.
Yeah.
But like, what was it like for you?
Do you mean like the San Francisco in general, or like the trip itself, or the people I met, or what are we talking about?
Let's say all the above, one at a time.
I agree with exactly that.
The trip to San Francisco was it has its great moments with it. Airplane ride was 2 there wasn't that great, but going back was pleasant. Other than the delays, of course, because we're dealing with airports here.
Yeah.
But like walking around San Francisco, certain parts of it is just like fucking beautiful, fucking gorgeous. Like I just liked walking around there and just like breathing in the air when it doesn't smell like pee. And
Yeah.
and yeah, it's great. It was like nice actually being in there. Scenery wise, money wise, it's like a very big pain in the neck. Like I spent every fucking dime that I had. So like, to me, like, I mean, because I worked for this, I worked so like I wouldn't have to worry about shit like that, and like, God damn it, I did, and like, and like I just used pretty much every cent I had. So like, right now here I'm broke right now, but like, I'm not like in debt or anything like that. It's just like, oh wow, like I spent everything, so like I'll just have to pay for gas and until I get my paycheck in like the next 3 days, and like I can't buy anything, so I can't buy Overwatch, I can't buy Uncharted and shit like that. So sad face. Yeah, so that's like the scenery. What was the other thing I said?
I could interject real quick, just because I'm curious. Like, you were the person listening to all these video game podcasts, all the IGN podcasts, and Comedy Button and whatnot for all these years. Was it cool to have like a point of reference for some of that stuff going there?
Meaning, as far as like the buildings?
Yeah, like the places they talked about, being on Second Street, seeing the offices, and like actually being like attaching like all these things you've heard over so many years to actually seeing it in person.
It's pretty much what I imagined it to be, like a place of business that like looks fun from the outside, but it's like it takes it seriously. They take their work seriously where they're at. Like everybody was very work focused. Like I remember we were in IGN and like I saw Zachary Ryan there. I was like, oh my god, Zachary Ryan! But like he was so into his work that he didn't bother to like even like look at the tour groups. I didn't want to bother him, so I didn't say anything to him. But like I did write him a message though, like on Twitter, and he's like, "Oh, thanks to you." So that's one of those things. But yeah, like meeting like Mary Kish, Daniel Dwyer, Brian Altano, Per Schneider, like it was great. I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Alana, Marty, Goldfarb, they were awesome people.
Yeah, good people. You and Brian Altano, your little bromance, was adorable.
That's just cute.
And it was something. It makes me smile.
It does. It makes me smile too. Yeah. Any like, what was it like? I don't know. This was like your first like thing where it's like all the video games people together. For, I guess like, not necessarily video games, but a lot of video games people out together. So.
Do you mean
like you've never been to PAX before?
Sure.
This would be like a minor PAX, just with more people that you know and can talk to. How is it?
I guess if you mean like like-minded people, being around a whole bunch of like-minded people for like a long period of time and like sharing in that excitement. The best part of that was watching Kind of Funny live while I was going on stage. Just like like Colin and Nick and Tim and Greg came out and like did their entrances. Like I watched the replay of like when I recorded it. I was like, wow, I was just like so into it. Like we were all cheering for the same thing, and
Well, that's Scott.
Is that Scott?
Okay.
Scott will be here. Don't worry.
Scott will be here. That is what Scott said.
Installing his drivers.
Hashtag PC problems.
I kind of lost my train of thought. Oh, like when we were all cheering for like the same thing, and it's like sharing that moment together was intense and like really cool. Probably the last time I felt something like that was like
last time you felt emotion.
Last time I felt something like that was like when I went to like a concert, I think. No, I can't even say that because I didn't know who was playing. At least not till after the fact. Like it was like a Godsmack and like Linkin Park and other people. That was when I was really younger. That was my first concert too. But like I don't know. Like maybe I can't compare it to that because there was like an energy there that I really felt as far as like when the music was playing and we were all bobbing our heads and like we were just really into it and like I got into a mosh pit. So that was a thing that I did when I was younger. But
okay.
I compared it to like a more intense Game Grumps live.
Okay, yeah.
Because Game Grumps live was super chill,
Yeah.
But from the pictures that I seen, it looked
there was no chill.
no.
It looked like there was no chill.
It was 1,000 miles per minute, and it was great. I mean, like what would you want to say about it, Nabishin? I'm curious, as opposed to me just interviewing you questions. Like, what would you want to say about your experience there?
Definitely like what Colin said. Like though going to Kind of Funny too, and like seeing them on stage and like having that entertainment for those 2 days. Those were like really great moments that I'll cherish. But like the biggest thing I cherish the most is just the people I met. Like I said, I'll get more into this one in the proper show, like actually thanking those individual people. But like the people I roomed with and the people I met, people I've even like actually known per se through internet wise, and then like meeting them in person and like actually giving hugs to them, and then like then it's like a thing that we just have to keep constantly giving each other. Like, don't fucking wave to me, give me a hug, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever hugged as much as I did at that place, and like not because like I'm not a hugger or anything like that, but like
So much affection, like
yeah, like and like we're all on the same wavelength and stuff like that. Like I could probably hug Tom Hawkins more than I've ever hugged my father. So in that week period, it's just been Um, just a lot of love, and I really like that and appreciate that.
Hmm.
Um, like even if I am like kind of like it, like going into the like I'm in the room with like kind of funny the Facebook group kind of funny like administrators like I was in the room with them, so like I was pretty much just like following them the entire time, so it was like any event that was happening like I was more or less there, and like just being surrounded by people and just like it was a great feeling. Like sometimes it got overwhelming for me at times, but like other than that though, like I said hi to Nikki, I said hi to Joey, I said I met like Amanda, and there was a lot of great people there, and like
Hmm.
I seriously enjoyed it. Um, more than I guess I would ever have predicted, honestly. Like I guess not since the Interfest 2 since I felt something like this. So
Hmm.
it's a new strange feeling.
Yeah,
I'm learning emotions.
yeah, they're slowly creeping in.
That sounds scary.
What were we gonna say? You unmuted your microphone, Tony, so I figured you had something you wanted to say.
I said that Nabishin with emotions sounds very scary.
Yeah, I know. I got that part. I just like, is there
That's
anything that was it? You had to get that point across.
I did. It was very important. Sorry, I'm currently trying to eat dinner real quick.
Okay.
I haven't had a lot of time.
Are
Okay.
you playing Dark Souls with your feet?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Wow. Well, this is your first time for everything.
Yeah, just
Playing it though.
in 380 episodes, this is the first time I'm not playing Dark
It's
Souls.
280, but it's fine.
It's 380, and don't mess with my timeline.
This is the only time I understand.
This is the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, as for me, like, yeah, it's surreal. Like, there's so many people that, to go off what you were saying, there's so much affection there. Like, I've never felt more welcome and happy at like an event or a place than I am like surrounded by those people. It was cool to like, because I was talking to a few people about it, because like I was talking to Trevor, I think this is a big one, and like this was probably better for me than Kind of Funny Live 1, because like I'm such a nostalgic person, so like reconvening with someone is typically more emotional for me than like meeting them for the first time. Um, so like that feeling of seeing someone again, and it's like, oh, we're old friends. Oh, we're getting back together. Um, and
It's kind of like
like,
how it was when I saw Chase.
yeah, exactly. Like it's been so long, and we're together again. Like that feeling is way more powerful. Of, oh, you're this person, and I know you, and I'm super happy to meet you. For me personally, uh, and like plus like so much ground has already been covered that like when we're in these big groups and like everyone knows everyone, it's just like, God, I love all these people so much. uh and yeah, there are just plenty of instances where it's like I have to say goodbye now, and it's way too much for me right now. um
Would you say you can't even handle this right now?
I can't even. I would say I'm only odd. I can't even. But it was also like a cool thing of like something that I did that just me and Sean Pitts for the most part was like go down the line last year, Kind of Funny Live 1, and just introduce yourself to everybody. And then like just there's no way I could have done that this year, but like I tried to talk to a lot of people. There were so many people. I'm like, oh my God, you're that person that I talked to in the line. It's like, yeah, I didn't really talk to anyone else but you that weekend, and it's good to see you again. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like you should talk to people, but I love you and thank you for saying hi. It was like that was super crazy. Um, and yeah, like people bringing me like aside and just having like one-on-ones and stuff was super great. Yeah, it was like a crazy from Wednesday when I got in, and it was like Nabishin, Barrett, me, and Ricky to like all the way to the end when Barrett dropped me off at the airport Tuesday morning. Like it was just nonstop, and it was great. Shout out
I
to
had a lot of fun reading tweets.
Yes, we missed you, Tony. I brought up a lot of times like when Tony's here next year, so you have to go.
I mean, I feel like just I'll probably. It was before this even happened. It was already like I have to go next year.
Yeah, yeah. Big shout out to the A Strikers
Yes.
for inviting Option 9 to their home. and let us hang out with them because they're the coolest.
And I heard you guys barbecued
Yeah,
and
we
or grilled.
we grilled, mostly grilled. I made my wings, and Lisa made burgers and hot dogs.
Cool.
And Nabishin was a cool uncle.
Fair. He
Yeah.
he cooked the baby.
He did. He cooked the baby up with some good happies on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, Griffin is fucking awesome.
Griffin is awesome.
Did you fight him at Street Fighter?
No, we fought Jason.
Yeah, but Griffin's the one that matters.
That's true. Griffin still probably would have beat me. Although I did get one round in on Jason, so.
Hey.
Striker.
But yeah, I'm single tier. Just he played like all the characters too. He just played a different person each match. I'm like, this is upsetting.
It's the worst when they do that to you. I understand. So when it's Silver PR is like, I'll play you like 3 times with Ryu, and then I'm gonna switch characters. I'm like, don't fucking go easy on me, you motherfucker. I don't want that. I don't learn that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. It was cool. Just like, it's funny because they were like, yeah, I feel bad. We wanted to go out and everything, but we also kind of thought like a mellow night would be a cool way to top off your week. It's like, yeah, it totally was.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a lot that we did this past week, so this is totally cool. And happy birthday to Lisa as well.
Yes, happy birthday.
Nabishin, did you get a chance to go see the GB offices?
We went through them,
Yeah.
but they were off recording doing UPF at the time.
Yeah.
So.
Saw the podcast room though.
Oh, podcast room is so dope. Yeah, it's cool. I want to live in that studio.
Just live inside.
Yeah.
Just cuddle up in there.
I like Jason showed me like his setup that he uses when he's streaming at home. He's like, it's a little, it's a little shitty, right? It's like, you just throw this together. I'm like, you have two compressors that the microphone is going through before it even gets to the mixer, which goes into the computer. Like, chill, dude. But yeah, it was awesome. He gave me some hot tips. Yeah, it was a great week. Shout out to the people that watch this and that tune in, and everyone that listens that came up to us and said, "Hey, you guys are the guys from that."
From that thing that we
A
don't
surprising
remember.
amount of people, honestly.
Yeah, right. Like it was. Thank God. Like Tony got a little bit of it earlier this year with PAX, but like that's such a huge margin, right? That's so many people that.
Yeah, it's super cool because like it's people that you like because we have like people who we know, like like people who we have spoken with frequently that listen to the show and like will be like, hey, I saw this thing that you did. But like when other people like that we just random other dudes or other ladies or whatever you are, right? Other pets when they
Our
when
hot pet market.
Yeah, when they let us know, like that's awesome.
Yeah, we super like. I mean, like we have some of the best listeners ever,
And like some shitty ones, but like whatever.
but like we don't talk about Greg Blaney
And Danny.
Danny.
Oh, Danny.
Danny boy. Yeah, no, it was it was cool. Like there was this like when I was getting ramen, like some guy came up, was like, "Yeah, you guys are the Irrational Passions guys." To Nabishin, I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, what's up, dude? How you doing?" I hugged him. It's just like stuff like that. And I'm glad that Nabishin got to experience that as well. I'm glad that you got to experience a lot of it.
Francisco, my fucking god.
Yeah.
Ramen's so good there.
Yeah, ramen is real good there.
They do noodles well. I've heard.
They do the noodles well. Yeah, it's like that's the one thing I have to get every time I go out there is that and Ike's.
It was like fucking 89 degrees, and we were like, I'll get some ramen.
You told me you're like it's fine if you eat it in the shade. Just sitting there at a hot table, just like because I have to sit down. I'm just like, oh, it's so good, but Jesus,
It's so hot. Plus, I'm hot.
yeah, I got the medium, I think, because I didn't want to get too hot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
How about we start the real show?
Okay.
Let me check around really fast my house, and I'll be.
Yeah, that's why I have to go get a drink, so that's cool.
Now I'm just like, let me make sure I'm alone.
Yeah, make
Kinda
sure.
swear I gotta get loud in a few seconds. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We got an option intro for the first time in 2 months. And it's gonna be weird at the end of the year when like it's like all the Nabishin intros, which the best one is like 2 months empty of them.
Yeah, I'm so used to like opening up Audacity, but for the last 2 weeks I've been using Live for everything.
Have you been recording in it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that it's like weird because like I just like it's Audacity is on my like frequently used applications list, and Live isn't yet.
Yeah.
But so like I keep opening Audacity like I just did, and I was like, well, that wasn't what I wanted.
I'll be back.
Okay. Oh, somebody commented.
Hello.
Hello. Roger Picorni says, hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, Roger.
Let me hold on. I need to set up a. There's like 6 different things I have to do every time I open this program to make it what I want because it's not really meant for just voice recording.
Roger's coming to visit me soon.
Oh,
I'm pretty excited about that.
that sounds pretty cool. Let me arm this track. Hold on. It's armed.
Fully armed.
And let me press this record button to make sure that it looks like it's supposed to. It looks like it's supposed to. We're good.
Cool. I'm gonna go get a beer, even though I just woke up. But you know,
Right.
here we
What?
go. What? I'll be back.
Nerd.
Whatever, nerds.
Delete. Stop. All right. Cool. I feel like a fancy person. Hey, listeners, don't tell Alex, but I've actually been playing Dark Souls this whole time. Shh.
Some booty action in there, huh?
What?
Shabooty.
It's your boy?
It's your boy, Danny Juarez. Danny's probably not even watching this.
He's probably out with Tinder Girl.
Yes. I guess I shouldn't say her name here. Took me a second to think about it.
Wait, you mean her name wasn't Tinder Girl?
Yeah, right. What?
I mean, Danny said it on stream like 8 times yesterday, so. Yo, are you hyped for this fucking
Extra Life?
I have my own. All right, listen. There's a track in here that is just called the reverb track. I have a reverb track.
Why do you have a reverb track?
I also have a delay track. I deleted it, and I have a master track.
Master track.
I could like lay hot MIDI beats in the middle of my recordings if you want.
I would prefer not.
I also have like I can drum kit it up.
Okay, should be good. Maybe not as loud as I want it to be, but yeah, we'll work.
Have you guys watched Bo Burnham's new thing yet?
No. I slept until I sent that message earlier today, and then I was sitting there waiting for Scott to respond.
But didn't you have like work?
I called out because I felt terrible this morning.
Fair. I don't blame you.
The exhaustion pretty much caught up with me today.
I mean, we can say it was Danny's fault. Like that's what actually happened.
Yeah, I worked extra hours last night, so I was like, I'm just gonna die today. Yeah. I did not expect to be as gross and tired as I ended up being today.
Gotcha.
I'm probably just gonna lay down and have some chicken noodle soup after this anyway.
Yo, that sounds like a great idea.
With soda on the side.
What?
So with a soda on the side. I'm sorry.
With a soda on the side, yes. We ready to start recording?
Yeah. My track is armed.
I heard it's very armed.
It's got 2 of them, 2 whole arms. Hold on. Let me delete that right quick. Cool, it's armed.
Who fucking keeps Snapchatting me? I keep waking up to like 8 Snapchats now.
I got a Snapchat from someone I didn't talk
to. Oh
my
god, dude! Like after this is like the social media is just insane.
Yeah,
now.
it's crazy. I don't want to brag or anything, but I did break 1,000 Twitter followers, and now I can't keep track of that shit. Jake Nichols sent a Snapchat of him just watching us live, flipping me off.
Yep, good call.
So Jake, wherever you are,
I typically do the same thing multiple times throughout the show.
yeah. All right, on one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, hello.
You did all right, Nobshin? You still got your reflexes? Still going strong, huh?
My reflexes.
The record on one thing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the slow jerking it, but
Just like the quick down and then back up is honestly what alarms me the most. Oh, we got a follow up from Mr. Jake Nichols. Oh, he drew a heart around Nobishin. I see how it is. You fuck. Look at this.
That's how it should be.
Look at this bullshit. What? Garbage.
I have a Snapchat from Trevor Starkey.
It's just him flipping you off.
I hope so. Let's find out. Oh, it's a video.
Oh God. You gotta play that shit right in the mic.
It's just, I'm unsilencing my phone. Oh, well, so the stupid thing about Snapchat is, like, you can send videos that are, like, 2 seconds long, and it's bullshit because, like, for some reason, every time I open up a video, it automatically has my volume all the way at the lowest, even though I had it, like, my volume on and, like, the volume, like, rocker all the way to the top.
Just replay a snap.
How do you do that?
Hold your thumb on it, and then it'll ask you if you want to replay it. Or it should refill.
What?
You only get one per day, though.
One more replay of, like, any snap per day?
Yeah.
Don't suck tonight.
There you go.
Don't suck tonight.
You said don't suck tonight. I mean, that could be taken a lot of different ways.
Yeah, it could. It's crazy. It is genuinely crazy to think that the Kind of Funny Live 2 event was 1 week ago tonight.
Because it, like, felt like a year ago? Or...
No, it's just like it feels like it was yesterday.
Oh.
Like the time since then has gone by so quickly.
I got another Snapchat from Trevor, but I'm afraid.
That's fine.
I'm gonna make him wait. Yeah. That's right.
Remember, if you were watching live, you can tweet your questions at IrrationalPod with the hashtag IPQ, and we will read them at the end of the show. And we love you. Thank you.
not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous.
Really? I was wondering. I was going to ask if you were nervous getting back at it.
Oh, not that.
Or just
His
like,
intro is got him on edge.
got you on edge.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck it up. There's a huge possibility that I might, but we'll see what happens.
Sorry. Let's do this.
I'm excited.
It is Saturday, June 4th, 2016, and you're listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I'm your returning and always host, Alex O'Neill. With me this week, I have my
That's
wonderful...
like factually incorrect. It's not always.
I have my wonderful 100% stand-in, Tony Horvath, with me.
Yes, hello.
Scott Guthrie is off building a computer, and hopefully he will be joining us soon.
He's actually installing drivers.
He's actually installing drivers. He built the computer. And...
I'm really curious what he ended up doing.
He probably figured something out. Hopefully Windows related, so he doesn't have to
I feel like the
uninstall.
only thing he could have done to get to where he is figure something out.
Yeah, he got there. And joining us this week, making his triumphant return to Irrational Passions podcast, is my best friend and yours, Brian Nobishin Jackson.
There's way I can record. I've been gone for 8 weeks. I worked too hard and I just couldn't find the time. God damn it, Nobby! Who's gonna make a new intro to say? Oh God, I can't do this.
Do you want to do it again?
Redo.
All right. And joining me.
Wait, no.
Oh, sorry. You gotta get the music ready.
Sorry. This should never happen, by the way.
This never happens. It's not gonna make it into the audio form. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, YouTube viewers, just stop.
Just stop. Stop recording this.
Yeah, stop recording, please, viewers.
All right, is the music reset? We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. And joining me again this week, making his triumphant return to Irrational Passions podcast, is Brian Nabishin Jackson.
There's just no way I can record. I've been gone for 8 weeks. I worked too hard and I just couldn't find the time. God damn it, Nabe! Who's gonna have a new intro to say and make up titles in funny ways? Unless you bring a bunch of guests as my replacement. Dudes, you've been through so much stuff. You even invited Danny Juarez. That was rough. Now it's time to record this fucker now. Hey guys, now it's time to record now. Scott, Alex, Tony, yeah, it's kind of record now. Start sharing links and engrave a countdown. Then stress out Alex because we're a bunch of fucking clowns. Now it's time to record this fucker now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll give you the lowdown. Irrational Passions is about to record now. When it comes to podcasts, we take the crown. I can't do this. I fucked up.
Where did it go after that?
Do you want me to finish it?
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
was
God.
incredible.
I put a lot of work into this.
Yeah,
guess I am-
clearly.
I guess I am kind
Yeah.
of going back to this shit.
This
This is
okay.
nothing.
You got this.
Where did it go?
Where did it go?
Yeah,
Where does it go?
where does it go?
It goes places.
It goes places. That
Let
was
me
great.
tell you, it goes places.
Okay.
I can finish it.
Are we gonna like do a formal recording on episode
know-
300?
You know
and,
what? I'll record it separately.
Okay.
You could probably put in the audio if you want to. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I could definitely do that. No, we should do like a live version, a live studio version for episode 300. Have Ethan play guitar, or he can play the ukulele. Heaven forbid. Welcome back, Nabishin.
Yeah, thank you. I'll definitely do a separate recording and put it out so people can finish hearing it. 'Cause I worked hard on
hashtag
it.
for reference.
Yeah, hashtag
Yes,
for reference.
I worked hard on this, but like obviously the vapors got to me, so I can't finish it like I want to. So eventually you'll hear the whole thing.
Yeah, that was great. Regardless, not the whole thing was still fantastic. I wish Scott could hear that. Although I'll tell him to listen to it wherever you put it out in full form. Yeah, it's been 8 weeks. But the family is finally back together. Oh, wait, no, Scott had to build a fucking computer. Like an asshole.
Is that what assholes do?
Yeah, I guess. He'll be here later. So he says. He's got those drivers. He's figuring it out. So, yeah. Welcome back, Nabishin. Monsieur
Yes,
Brian
hello.
Nabishin Jackson.
Thank you.
Are you even qualified to welcome him back, or should it be me?
Shut up, Tony.
Alex is fired. This is it. This is the show forever now.
That's right.
Welcome
Alex-
to my hell.
Hey, Alex, you're fired.
Yeah, good luck with that. Do you even know the GoDaddy login?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need me to recite the passwords for all of our stuff on air?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I
probably not.
was
Maybe
going to
it-
make. I had an old document so that you guys would have access to like the YouTube account and all that. And I know Nabishin knows the passwords to most of those. I was going to update it this week, but then that would just give you more reason to try and fire me.
I mean, I actually already did officially fire you, so there's not really anything worse.
If you had the authority to fire me, we would have been like a weird like nega version of the world. I'd be Nega Alex. Just like Nega Scott in the Scott Pilgrim.
Nigga Scott.
Yeah.
Nega Scott. Scott is other Scott already, so I feel like we shouldn't even address the Nega Scott. We got a great show lined up for all of you. Every single one of you wonderful listeners. If I can find the Google Doc and figure out what's happening. Nabishin's back. Obviously, we went to Kind of Funny Live 2 last week. We'll talk about that in a second. We talked about it a lot more in depth in the bonus content. And we played video games, and we have E3 predictions, or at least Nabishin and I do. And Tony's here.
Why you exclude me, bro?
I don't know.
I don't
if you-
have predicts.
I hope you got some predictions. We got some
got some
emails, voicemails, and of course we'll be taking tweets during the show. If you don't know, you can tweet at IrrationalPod with the hashtag IPQ, and I will add you to our list of tweets to kind of talk about at the end of the show in the mail sack. And that's a show. Scott will join us at some point. So all in all, I think this is going to be all right to kick things up. To kick things up. Some housekeeping. Nothing's been going up on the website, and there haven't been any Let's Plays this past week. I've been editing more Resident Evil stuff, so that'll be up soon. But Tony, you hosted the show last week.
I did.
You had
It was a good show.
great guests on. It was a good show. Had fun. That's on the website if you haven't listened to it already. And then more Let's Plays, more stuff is coming soon to YouTube and whatnot. And I think I've got a couple articles that I do want to publish that I finished a while ago, but we'll see how it turns out. As is always, all the time.
On the site or your Tumblr?
On the site.
Okay.
So like actual formal written pieces. I've been finishing a lot of articles recently, whereas before, for a while there, I would just like start a lot, get halfway through, and then kind of move on to the next thing. I've been actually finishing a lot of stuff, so I just have to edit it and kind of post it. But we'll see how it goes together. Some housekeeping. Kind of Funny Live 2 happened. It was great. There are pictures and videos of Nabish and I strewn throughout the internet. We had a really great time. I don't know if you wanted to say what you wanted to say until later, Nabish. We can save that for the...
No one sits at the end.
It's true. No one does stay at the end, except for like 2 people. They're both named Danny Juarez. What did you want to say, Nabish?
I met a lot of great people at Kind of Funny Live too, and I just wanted to give them like little proper thank yous, like thank you, not really like a thank you like, oh God, you helped me with my problems, no, not really like that, but like thank you for like being there, and like, you know, like thank you for existing. Thank you for existing for me like to actually meet you in person, and it's like because meeting you in person obviously made a huge impression to me, and for multiple reasons, and and I hope we can just do this again, and like I would just love to meet you in particular in person again. So like and when I say you, I mean like all these people I'm about to list, but I'm saying you like you're special. I'm talking directly to you, this person, who are multiple people I'm about to list off, so whatever. But Trevor, Kaylee, Zyger, Joe, Frank, Christian, Cameron, Barrett, Alyssa, Tom, Amy, Allie, Sean, Danny, Damien, Jacob, Grindcraft. I'll write that down too, Grindcraft.
Yeah,
but like yeah, Clark actually is his middle name. But yeah, thank you. You don't know how much it meant to me meeting you guys, and I know it's not like it's something like I'm meeting Brian Altano or Daniel Dwyer or something like that, but like not like something at that level, but like meeting you, talking to you, shaking your hands, hugging you, laughing at the same dumb joke that something happened. It meant the world to me. I'm not the best at like writing stuff down, but like I feel like I'm at least somewhat articulate when I wanted to express my feelings to people. So like to those people I list off, and even some I didn't list, like some of the people that I missed, because I'm pretty sure I missed a few people. Actually, a lot of people, because a lot of people at Kind of Funny Live too. But thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And quick shout outs to like Jake Nicholas and Silver PR for like sending me some love while I've been away. It's been a hard 2 months as far as like working wise, but like thank those people as well for showing that they care and actually like listening to my voice and my opinion. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Awesome. Thank you. There are too many people to thank. I know I'd forget people. I tried to, when I hit like my 1 year on my writing every day, I tried to thank all the people that I could, but I'm sure I left out a lot of people. Yeah, I put out a similar vibe. You know, there's a lot of great people that we saw there, and they're all super sweet and super supportive of this and of us as people, and just awesome people, and very much big thank you go out to them. I'm sure they'll come up in stories that we will regale and talk about, and we'll play games with them, and we'll talk about playing games with them. Hell, Tony and I played Overwatch with some of them last night.
Yep.
So like it'll we'll talk. We'll be talking about it. So,
No
thank you.
thanks to one of them.
No thanks to one of them. Whoops. But we'll talk about it. Yeah, one big special, huge, like more thank you than I can ever pay back to Barrett and Alyssa though, for letting me stay with them and basically giving me an opportunity to kind of get out there and put myself out there and kind of make progress in this weird career path I've chosen. Like I could not have done nearly as many things as I have done in the past year without him and her both welcoming me into their home, and just being super supportive and wonderful. So huge, massive thank you to those two specifically. But yeah, thank you everybody. That was a lot of fun. If you saw us, met us in the past week or whatever, thanks for tuning in. And I hope you like this garbage truck that we put on fire every week. So let's talk about video games. How's that sound? Did you guys talk about Overwatch last week?
Yes, we did.
I heard.
Extensively.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I got Overwatch yesterday. I played some yesterday with Tony, and attempted to play some with Danny Juarez. I don't know, what more there is to say about Overwatch. It was a much rougher experience last night than it was last time we played. It seems people have already gotten pretty good at that game, and I don't think I'm very good at that game. But yeah, that game's all right. Does it continue to be all right for you, Tony?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's been real good.
Yeah, there's plenty of people to play it with at the very least. Yeah, Overwatch is cool. It continues to be pretty and fun and have tons of character and lightheartedness and fun. I said fun twice there because it's a lot of fun when it's not all falling apart in front of you. Do you have anything what have you been playing, Tony? Because I just wanted to touch on Overwatch because I know we're not going to talk about it that much.
So I played Overwatch.
Yes.
I played some Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, you were playing that before we even started recording.
Yep. I've been playing that. I mean, that's the thing that happened. So,
Yeah.
I've been playing that. I've been I host fight clubs now. It's fun.
You get this
So-
weird Brad Pitt era about you, I think.
I guess.
Did you make a rule that there's
It's-
no rules or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't talk
technically there
about
are no rules, right? It's all unspoken.
No one
because there's
talks
no
about
voice
Fight
chat.
Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we weren't supposed to talk about it, Tony.
I mean, this is different. This is the fight club that you talk about, but you don't talk while you're in the fight club.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it.
So I've been doing that, and that's been a lot of fun. But other than that, basically, that's probably it, I think, as far as the Vidya goes.
Okay. You keep telling me to play Stardew Valley.
Yeah, you should probably play that game.
I'm still I don't have means to play it.
So 2 months ago.
You know what game you should play in the intermediary?
Okay. What?
Salt and Sanctuary.
See, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I need to play that and Oxenfree. Those two chipping away at me.
Ever got that on Xbox One?
Are they both on Xbox One? Oxenfree's on Xbox One. It's on PS4.
That came out in January. That's what I said. You didn't get that on Xbox One?
No, I didn't. Because I was super hesitant about it, but then Jacob got it, and he
Oh, your conduit.
my conduit for teenage drama. He got it, and he was like, "Yeah, this is what we need." I was like, "Good." So yeah, I do need to get to that one. Nabashin, you've been missing for 8 weeks. What's some of the stuff you've been playing? I've been amassing some specific questions. What did you think of Ratchet and Clank, the reboot?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. If anybody wants to know what I've been thinking of, or my opinions or certain things, just let me know. I'll give you. Just bring up anything, like PS4K or whatever, or the Wii U. Ratchet and Clank I thought was good. I didn't think it was all that great though.
Really?
Yeah, it's something I enjoyed, but it was definitely a one and done type of thing. It doesn't have it doesn't give me any it doesn't give me any like legacy for it or something like that. It's definitely like something that was just there. It happened, and then like I'll probably never think about it again. It's like it's not a crack in time. It's not. It's like I feel like a crack in time is like the levels that a lot of people need to hit, or those types of games need to hit, and like I don't think that quite hit that level. So like it didn't really like make that big of an impression to me.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think I even like Sly 4 better than like Ratchet and Clank, but like that's just me. So I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like it definitely resonated with me more than that. Like I like it a lot. I would say it's excellent. I haven't finished it yet because I've been like kind of for like leading up to Kind of Funny Live 2. I was like playing like a planet a night, like just maybe an hour or two here or there, which has been.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I played the living fuck out of it. I platinumed that shit, but like I enjoyed playing it, but it was just like it doesn't really like hit the same notes. Like kind of like for like one of the biggest things, or not the biggest thing, but like one of the things like I've noticed is like the end game cutscenes, like when they're like talking, like when Ratchet and Clank are talking, or mostly just Ratchet because he's the one who has like the facial emotes. Like his face doesn't emote. That's like a big stickler for me. Like there's like you're very like candid. Like it didn't feel very lively in those like talking points. So I don't know. That's like this dumb nitpick that bothered me, but like it's still a good game though.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie at all?
No.
Yeah, I haven't either. I want to, even if people think it's bad. I still want to know. At least it looked pretty. What did you think
Know
of
what happens?
Yeah, I know what happens. What did you think of Captain America: Civil War? Not video game, but I want to know what you thought.
I thought we talked about this.
Very briefly, I think.
Yeah, I deeply enjoyed it. And even like a month later after seeing it, like I still say I really enjoyed that movie a lot. I just don't know what else I could really say.
No, you don't have to say much. I just I'm trying to touch on base. PlayStation 4K, that's a good one. You brought that up.
Oh, you want me to my opinion on that?
Yeah.
Like I just think it's just like more of like it seems like it's something that like what people wanted 2 years ago, as far as like when people got really upset by like resolution gated and all that other bullshit, like why is it in this 60 frames a second? Why isn't this like 1080p? Why is it like, why are you cutting corners? And it's like it seems like Sony and even now Microsoft with the Scorpio or whatever, it's like they were just at that time were like, oh okay, well I guess we'll give them what they want. And now is at the point now where people don't really think about that too much anymore. And then it's like, oh wait, whoa, what are you doing? It's interesting though. I'll think it'll work, and I think people will get it. It's but it's kind of a weird thing because like it seems like this is definitely one of those things where or at least in my opinion, it seems like it's something that like it's getting the systems ready, more capable, I should say, for like VR games. But like the more these consoles are coming out, like when like I feel like when the PS4K comes out like at the end of this year, like people will kind of forgotten about like PlayStation VR to a certain extent because like after Vive came out and after Oculus came out and like it seems like that kind of died, at least for right now at least. Like even when I saw Vive for the first time when Giant Bomb did their 20-hour stream or whatever.
Yeah, what a time to be a Vive.
Yeah, when I saw that, like I thought the Vive was fucking awesome. Like,
me too.
That was even convincing me like, wow, VR is really legit as far as that. But then it's like, like
silence since then, right?
Yeah, the more like that's been away, yeah, it's just like it's just a weird silence. Weird silence. I don't laugh at that. Like I'm just thinking, like even like, I mean, obviously there's not a game for that yet. Like there's no AAA game for VR right now, and like even if there is, like I don't know, like what's the barrier for that? Because like for me personally, if I would ever get into VR, I would not get a PSVR. I would not get an Oculus. I'll get a Vive. The Vive looks like the best. It's like it's literally the best thing I've seen as far as like anything VR related, like period. And like I would want that, but and I wouldn't want like I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want like a PlayStation VR where I get like half as good of shit. So I don't know. It's a weird
Yeah,
thing.
go big or go home, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo pulling out of E3 and not announcing what the NX is until later this year.
Um.
I saw. I mean, you tweeted out, which was wonderful. You used that Roger Picorni little video snippet of him shaking his head, as just like your general feeling on it. I didn't know if there was anything past that.
I mean, like, I mean, it is what it is. But like, yeah, of course I'm disappointed. Like, I would still like to have them. I would like to see the NX, but like, like they're just trying to play their cards, I guess, as tightly and as close as they can. They're trying to make. I mean, they're doing what they need to do to like set up that system and like slowly kill the Wii U. And like, I feel like that's fine. Like, the Wii U has great games. I still think that's the system worth buying, by itself because of the exclusive. It's like currently like with the Xbox One, they just announced like all their games are coming to PC now. Like even Halo and it's like, oh sure, like I mean like it's like if like that kind of just takes away from the Xbox One, at least for me personally. It's like it feels like there's nothing made for that system, and like I mean, and the Wii's not like the best system. It obviously not, because like it has a shitty interface, and like it only has like maybe like 10 great games, but like those 10 great games are really fucking good, and I feel like for that system for itself, with those games, it's totally worth it. Like you get your money's worth from it. But it's more of like they should just drop the price for that fucking system, especially if you're just like the way they're doing it now. Like you might as well just like drop the price and get whatever you can for that. And like the Wii has so much good buzz as far as like their exclusive games. Obviously not last year's games, but like the year before with Bayonetta and Wonderful 101, Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, and all this other stuff. So like it's worth it for that, I feel. But like wait for a price cut, I will say, if you want to get a Wii U.
Okay. Anything else? Did I miss anything major?
I
I don't think I did.
don't think so.
Scorpio is a great name for, like a code name for a console. Also, props to Microsoft on that one. Cool. What you been playing, Option?
Speaking of Wii, I played Star Fox Zero.
Is that game good?
That game's okay. I liked it a lot. Some disclaimers I haven't necessarily ever played a Star Fox game before, so that's something. But like, here's the situation with that game. It's more of like it's definitely one of those games that is like incredibly flawed, and like it's a game that you can totally understand that someone is completely just fucking hates it, but like and like but there's something about it that like is like, okay, this is pretty cool. Like it's definitely like a 7 out of 10 type of game for me personally. And like it's not something I obviously wouldn't recommend to most people, but like for my time with it and when I played it, I really enjoyed it. It's definitely something different because obviously I haven't played Star Fox game before, so but like getting used to the motion controls, like it is cumbersome, and it's very like it's very intimidating and very frustrating at first. But once you get like a better grips of it, which some people get like in 20 minutes, or people will probably never get it, and that's why they probably hate that game. It's I feel like it does its job. I think it does the job like serviceably, and like I enjoyed it for that. Like it was a really fun ride, what I had for that, and like I continue to play it every once in a while. So yeah, I enjoyed that game a lot.
Okay. I'm glad that you like it. It was one of those things that, like, after that last delay, kind of burnt any kind of interest I had with it. Like, other video games like No Man's Sky are kind of going through. But at least you enjoyed it. I'm glad that you did. What else? You got a couple things on here, so I'm curious.
Be Mass Effect again.
Just usher that one under the rug
big deal.
right there.
I'm slowly getting that PS3 Platinum, so we'll see what happens with that.
What's left for you on that PS3 Platinum?
Beating it on Sane and Insane, and beating it on beating the game with Rex and Garrus. As far as like getting like doing as much majority of the game with those two, that'll be my next playthrough, obviously, and like uh switching up classes because I've been a Vanguard for so long now. So like I have to do certain things like Singularity. I have to be like an adept and all that other stuff. So just stuff like that.
I do want to just throw this out there that Kind of Funny Games commented on our video saying Kind of Funny Live 2 did happen, which is that's about as the biggest YouTube comment we're probably ever gonna get. So thank you to Greg, who I believe is probably watching. And Travis Baum says hi, buddies.
Hi.
Oh, Travis. And hi, Greg. Probably.
Yeah, probably. He might have left by now, but
It could be Kevin. Who knows?
It's
could be
literally
it's just
it's
Kevin.
literally just Portillo.
It's Portillo. Yeah, it's weird because the thing I don't like about Mass Effect 1's like achievement trophies is like the play most of the game with these two or people or this person. I'm like, God.
Play most of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like playing through Mass Effect 1, even though like that has been like creeping up on me. I kind of really want to play through the Mass Effect games again. But it's always like I want to play through the Mass Effect games again, but I don't want to play through 1. But if I don't play through 1, it's weird. So I have to play through 1, and then I do play through 1, and then I'm done. So
one and done.
One and done. Even though I love Mass Effect 2 so much, and I haven't played that game since like 2012, which is for me very uncommon as a guy who goes and plays through some of his favorite games all the time.
You know what I haven't played in a long time that I need to? Zelda Wind Waker.
What? Wind Waker's great.
Yeah. I never played in HD.
Yeah, you are in the market for a Wii U, so that's a great way to play it.
I don't know if I'm actually in the market for a Wii U.
Oh, we backpedaled on that, huh?
I've been back and forth on that for a long time.
Yeah, but 2 weeks ago, you were fucking convinced. You're like, this is it. I'm getting
Yeah.
a Wii U. I'm getting Mario Maker. It's finally coming together.
I mean,
It all fell apart, didn't it?
no, not necessarily.
Fair enough. All right, Nabishin, tell me about this Witcher 3 expansion.
It's really good. It's really, really, really good.
I have not gotten it yet. I want
Did
to.
I tell you guys that I played the tutorial of The Witcher, like totally expecting to just play The Witcher?
Like
all of
The
it?
Witcher 3?
Like all of it, yeah, The Witcher 3, all of it.
You played through the tutorial.
Yeah, I played through not the tutorial, but like the beginning part, like like
Whitewood or whatever it's called?
no, his dream.
Oh, his dream. Okay. And then you stopped and never came back.
And then I was like, I gotta go do other stuff.
Okay, load times in that game always. Every time I go back to it, that's like the hardest bit is the load times. But
And then, well, it was more the fact that like, man, now I gotta do this dumb Griffin thing.
the Griffin thing's not that bad.
It was pretty bad.
It's fun fighting the Griffin. I think it's cool. What's the premise for Blood and Wine without spoiling anything for me? If you can do that.
Oh, more of like you just got pretty much you getting hired for a contract, and like and she just happens to be like the Duchess of this pretty much this kingdom, and you're going to that kingdom to do that thing. So yeah.
Okay.
I haven't got too far into it. I'm kind of waiting for Katie to get back. Katie, my best friend. She's at Awesome Con right now. Actually cosplaying as Jennifer right now with a bunch of other Witcher guys. Gals, I should say, because they're Siri and Trish and Shawnee. So she went with a whole group to dress up like Witcher characters. So
That's cool.
dope. Really dope. She's really good as Jennifer. You should check it out. Cosplay Cat on Facebook.
She's really good as Yennefer. Can confirm. You can also what's her Instagram?
Cosplay Cat.
Cosplay
With a
Cat. With a K. Yeah, that's where I see most of those pictures.
Yeah, that's what the cool cats spell it like, with a K.
With a K.
That's what they spell it like, yo.
That's what they spell it like. Yeah, I'm curious to see this new Witcher expansion. I'm trying to finish Valkyria Chronicles, right? That's kind of like the main focus, which I'll get to in a second.
But like you should like just fire up The Witcher in general or I say this to anybody, because they changed the UI, so
Whoa.
it looks weirdly different. It functions
Is
a
it
lot better.
better? Okay.
It functions a lot better, but it's like I'm just so used to like the clunkiness that like it's just like throwing me off for a while. So, but it's really decent though. Like I think it'll like help people who were struggling with that to enjoy Witcher a little bit more.
Okay. That sounds good. Yeah, I figured like when I wrap up Hearts of Stone, then I'll be ready for Blood and Wine.
How far did you get in Hearts of Stone?
I got to where someone asks you to get a rose. I don't know how much I had left. I definitely felt like I was more than halfway through.
Did you see a ghost?
Yes, I started seeing ghosts, like ghost cats and ghost
Oh,
pets.
but you didn't see like a certain ghost though, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
I got to that house and I beat the caretaker, which I hated. I fucking hated that boss fight a lot.
Wait, you did that, but you didn't
Finish it? Like, and I saw the cutscene right after it, which I probably did see a ghost in, if that's what you're referring to. But then I just
there's a ghost. There's like a whole scene where you're at a party.
I did that.
Okay, that's all I was wondering.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, because I was like way farther. And I'm like, oh wait.
I agreed with you 100%. That was great. So yeah, do you know how much I have left of that?
You're almost done.
Okay.
It's pretty much that, and then you'll do your main encounter. The guy who's been fucking you over.
Yeah. I just that boss fight really fucked me. Like it's just like
The caretaker fucked you up, and not the one after that.
Yeah, I hated that fight a lot. I was stuck on it for about 2 hours.
Oh, it was the fight after that really got me. Not the one as a ghost, but like the one there was like 4 of them. That was like really intense because I was in Death March, and so yeah.
Yeah, I bet. It was just really, really. It was the most I've gotten frustrated with something in a long time. So that's why I kind of walked away from that. I haven't gone back, but at least I got through it. So now when I do get back, obviously it sounds like I have one other difficult fight to get back through, but then I'll be done and can move on to Blood and Wine. Is that all you've been playing, Option? As of recent?
I can't really think of anything else. Like I'm still playing Ocarina of Time, just pretty much the same pace as Game Grumps because that's fun to do for whatever reason. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got Downwell on my Vita. Didn't play too much of that yet. I still like that game though. But I didn't put too much time into that. Yeah, I don't think there's much of anything else I played.
Yeah,
it'll probably come to me in a dream. So we'll see.
Cool. I'm sure there's stuff we'll have to go over. I really want to play Doom. That's just as a random thought. After the conversation Jared had...
fucking Uncharted. We never talked about Uncharted.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping that we wouldn't.
What do you think of Uncharted 4?
My favorite Uncharted.
Mine as well.
Obviously, this is just a me thing, but I personally liked it better than The Last of Us. But as far as Naughty Dog games, but my issues with The Last of Us. But like, I'm not saying Uncharted controls any better because it doesn't. It's just more of like like I said, like my big problem with The Last of Us was like always the encounters with humans. Like I just felt like that didn't feel right to me. Like the clickers were fine, and like any slow moment, any time to talk, that I thought those were always like amazing and perfect. It was just like encounter with humans just didn't really feel didn't gel with me as much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really loved Uncharted, and like have you ever written anything about like I guess this was something I was thinking about asking you, and I'm gonna put it out in the air, so whatever. But like, have you ever written anything about like being with something at the beginning and like getting your ending, and like of what's supposed to be the ending of like the series, and like like was it worth it?
Like asking yourself at the end if it was worth it for you?
Like, did everything meet its expectations? Like playing like like for an example, I guess like playing Gears 1 and then getting your ending at Gears 3. Did that get everything for you? Did you get your was it worth it through all that? I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
mean, I don't think I've ever written about like specific arcs and ending. I've written about like what you're talking about, like the beginning and like having the end be worth it. Obviously, like with stuff I've written about that in The Last of Us and Persona 4. Obviously, is a big one for me. Um,
but I guess I mean like more of like something that can change over years. Like Uncharted 1 is very different from Uncharted 4 now. So
yeah.
like as far as like tone and writing and everything. So like
No,
you know
I don't think I have. That's an interesting idea.
Hmm.
Was it worth it?
oh, there's a title. Oh,
Well, yeah, there it is.
Was it worth it?
That's an interesting idea. Maybe I'll
you
write
should,
about that
you
tonight.
should totally take this out. This is the podcast, so no one steal it.
It's all right. I trust the people that watch this show. I don't trust the people that listen.
Damn.
Damn. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love all of you.
But are you though?
I'm not. Cool. Uncharted 4 is a great game. You should watch our spoiler cast on it. It's almost 3 hours long. Did you end up listening to that at all, Nabishin?
I did not.
It's pretty good. We had a good time. It's worth a listen, I think.
It's worth $1.
It's free, so it's not even worth that.
Oh, you're losing money then.
Clearly, yeah. Yo, if another person asks when we're gonna get on Patreon, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna quit.
No. I personally would. I don't think I would ever do that. I like. I don't know. I just like sharing shit and like I just like. This is me personally. I'm not even speaking for the company or anything like that. But like
You don't have to refer to Irrational Passions as the company ever again.
I feel like we should move on.
We should refer to it as the company. Yeah, that'd be fun.
but like I like doing something as a service rather than like having the pressure of doing it for money, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. Interesting question. A lot of people asked me that this past week, and I answered it to them. If you're curious as to what my answer is, you can tweet at me. I played some video games.
Tell me about him.
Overwatch, like we said, I played some stuff on the plane. A little bit of Fire Emblem, a little bit of Persona 4 Golden. Because obviously I have that most recent playthrough. I've been mostly playing on my TV, but I swapped everything over so I could play on the plane. And it was cool. That was just like slow moments of talking to characters and getting those 11 on those party member social links, essentially, having their personas transform and whatnot. Very good. Very emotional stuff. It's getting a little cloudy-eyed on the plane. But what's new? That's pretty much the huge for me at this point. Played some SteamWorld Dig, Spelunky on the plane, the normal stuff. Outside of that, just Valkyria Chronicles has been kind of filling my time, trying to finish it before I sink my teeth into anything else. Although I should have probably finished Persona 4 Golden before I did any of this, but here we are. The man who wants to replay games. That game's great. I'm on chapter 17, so I'm just near the end of that. It's just, that game is so good. I've been writing something about like how Valkyria Chronicles is like the best war story ever told in video games. And it really is. Like it's just like, it is simultaneously.
You're very sheltered.
Yeah. It's
This is the only war
simultaneously
story game I've ever played.
it's simultaneously
like
very
Call of Duty game.
stereotypical, while also being very like innovative and interesting and progressive and open-minded. Like there's like a lot of female characters in that game that are very wise and in a lot of positions of power, which is like something you don't see a lot, especially of the time that it's emulating. Again, it's not actual like 1934, but it emulates the time pretty well. Like Captain Virat, your captain is a female, right? That's super impossible in the military at the time in our world, right? So it was just like, it was interestingly laid thing that they work with and they play around with, and it's done well. And like this enemy commander is this fucking superhuman. She's also a female, right? Stuff like that I thought was interesting, like going back to it. And that they never glorify war. It's always like, this sucks for everyone. There are times when you like talk to enemy combatants and they're like, hey, you did this thing to our soldier and it sucks that he died. But we appreciate that you respected him, like as a person who had a family. And so we're gonna walk away, and when we meet again, it'll be on the battlefield, and we'll forget about this, but we won't, and stuff like that, little touches that actually make it unique and really, really great. I love it a lot. The game has a great message, a lot of messages about war and about fighting and violence and corruption and also race and racism that are well done, I think so. And there's still never been a video game that plays like that. I talked about it with Jared a couple weeks ago of just like, yeah, this game still is unique in its own weird way. But for your reference option, it looks great. It looks just like as good as it did before. So, because you can't make that game look better, it just already looks so good.
I thought so.
Yeah, it runs at 60, but whatever. It's still great. It's just very impressive how well that game holds up. And apparently, Valkyria Chronicles 2 is now available on the PSN. So if you want to play it on your Vita, you can.
It's interesting, that game, Valkyria Chronicles 2. Like system wise, is so much better, or to some extent, but like
refined.
Yeah, but like I don't know, like I could never get through that game. It's just like something about Valkyria Chronicles is like the way they told that story and the way it presented itself. It just felt so good. And like sure is, and it's weird because like even at that time, like I was huge in the anime at the time. I was weebooing it up and like but like I don't know, it was like the tone that like the first game had and the tone that this one has just isn't the same. It's high school and like and even though like Valkyria Chronicles is like very much anime, like almost Valkyria Chronicles 2 is like almost super anime, so it's like it's weird. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like I never gave that game a chance, and it's one of those things that haunt me. Like I bought all the DLC for that fucking game, and I barely played probably maybe like 3 hours of it, maybe.
It's everything. Like every time I'm like I should try and play Valkyria Chronicles 2. I remember all these things that you've said about it. I'm like, I don't know if I can. I don't know. I want to give that game a shot.
I mean, it's a good game. Great Miller. Hello, like he reviewed the game. I think he even said it was even better. Minus the minus the story. But like I don't know, man.
Yeah. Who knows?
Don't look at that review, by the way, if you're not playing Valkyria Chronicles 1.
Yeah. If you haven't played the first one, it's pretty. I haven't even gotten to that twist yet in Valkyria Chronicles 1. I'm like, man,
and that's what
this is super late in the game.
I know. And when I looked at the review, and I was like, oh my god, I had no idea. And
I like 2 chapters. I think there's 19 chapters in Valkyria Chronicles.
I think so.
And I'm on 17. And I haven't got. It's at the end of 17, I believe. But, whew.
Man.
Yeah, that's all I've been playing though. That's like, I'm trying to finish stuff. Not that I like. There's nothing really now with No Man's Sky delayed. There's nothing really I have to clear the way for.
That's one of the reasons why I was recommending one of those 2 games that you should play.
Yeah, so I have time to catch up on some stuff, even though there's not too much to catch up on. Yeah, because I'm thinking like, what comes out between now and September, right?
Not a whole lot, I guess.
Like, sure, No Man's Sky comes out in August, but I mean, maybe we'll have more stuff. We'll know about more things after E3. At the very least, we'll have an idea. But yeah, like I can't think of any like specific big games coming out soon. Oh yeah, there's Mighty Number 9. And all the excitement for that in June. So, but yeah, so got some time off. I'm probably gonna try and get the Batman Platinums again and Batman Return to Arkham, but that'll just kill me on the inside. We'll see how that goes. That's it for video games. I think we're ready for a break.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll take a break. When we come back, maybe Scott will be here, maybe not yet.
I'm gonna look at this snap.
I just saw this tweet. Nabishin sent. We got E3 predictions. We've got some questions, some mail sack full of things to talk about. So we'll cover all that when we come back in just a little bit.
Choo choo choo. Seriously though, that's I would love to see like was it worth it for the the Final Fantasy 13
13
trilogy.
trilogy.
I'll do it
Cause
again for
I-
you, Tony. Don't suck tonight.
All right, listen, Trevor.
Thanks, Trevor. Good looks.
I replayed your damn snap, so
you-
shut up.
Because you think about like that arc, man. Like you love the first one, and then like
I'd have to play through the second and third ones though.
yeah, I know. I mean, not for you. I'm just saying like I would love somebody's like
I would love somebody to write
perspective
that. Yeah.
like Electra Korea. Like I never like she said like when she beat Lightning Return, she just like crawled into a ball and just cried for like a few hours. Yeah.
Sorry, there's a tweet. Silver PR sent us like according to the official Twitter account, PT spiritual successor Allison Road has been canceled.
Yep.
Was
Was that a Kickstarter?
I don't know actually. For people watching the show right now, we're on break, so we're off mic. This is just us trying to figure out what we're doing
Where's-
before
Chazillin,
Chazillin. I need to get a glass of water. Scott,
go for it, bro.
All right, I'll be right back. We can get started in a bit.
It was a Kickstarter that got canceled, and Team 17 was going to publish it. Huh. Wah, wah, wah.
All right. I gotta say, it's really weird being in a very dark room all the time.
Do you feel like a black man?
No, it's just the room is dark, not me.
I miss this.
Did you hear about all these crazy people that decided to come here for Extra Life?
Alex's problem, not mine.
I'm assuming you're one of them, right?
Yes.
Good. Better be. I'm confused. What the fuck? Try and reload, I guess. Yeah. So this is weird.
$35.
Hello, Alex O'Neill.
Hi. Scott said 35 minutes.
Yeah, so I found a weird bug in Dark Souls 3.
What is it?
So I have all of the Cinders of the Lords,
Yeah.
but it won't let me put the Twin Princess Cinders on their throne.
Huh.
Yeah, there's no prompt for it, but there is a stupid like someone's message right in front of it, but there's no like toggle action thing.
Time to go offline. Do it.
Jake Nichols says, "Fucking play Stardew Valley."
I saw.
Okay. Just decided not to say anything to it.
I didn't want to like waylay the conversation with a bunch of YouTube comments.
That's fair. Did I mean, well, fucking, they're all here. I have it in my inventory. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Just quit and restart.
I did that just now.
Do it in offline mode.
How do I go to offline mode?
Quit and then select play in offline mode.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Just like discover this game-breaking bug.
I can attest. I'm just gonna eat this ice cream sandwich and then we can
What kind of bread?
normal ice cream sandwich kind.
So like white?
Nope.
Can I get an ice cream sandwich all white, please?
Can I get a white bread ice cream sandwich? No, I'd like it on Dutch Crunch.
I'd like it on Italian herbs and cheese.
I'd like a flatbread, please.
Wait, how the fuck? Because I
Toasted.
have a system, maybe? What? How the fuck do you offline mode? There's no play in offline mode thing.
And the main menu.
Yeah. I have continue, load game, new game, system information. Maybe if I load it and then
I know
No.
there's a play offline option.
there's not a play offline option.
Just sign out of the PSN.
That seems like way too much effort.
It's like fuck you, Tony.
But how do you even sign out of PSN?
You hit the PSN button.
Okay, I got that part.
You go to your name. You hit the options button. You hit sign out of PSN.
Go to my name, like
Like your profile.
there. I can't press options here.
Try selecting it then.
Online status, appear offline or online, and then I don't have an option to go offline now. The only thing I could do probably is disconnect from the internet.
And do it. Now that's too much effort.
I mean, it's a check. That's a checkbox.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so now it's gonna try and connect. Unable to connect to the network. Starting the game in offline mode. There we go. If this doesn't work, I don't know what to do.
Delete your Twitter.
Delete. Oh, okay. I mean, like, would anyone even notice?
I'd notice.
I'm just joking, dude.
You're getting all those hot tweets now.
I know. Nope, there's still nothing here. That's fucked up. If I look at my inventory under key items, I have Cinders of a Lord. Time to Google. Hold on.
Time to.
Stephen Talbert tweeted at us saying, Mirror's Edge Catalyst is coming in June. That's a game possibly worth playing. I disagree.
I think I like that game. Probably. No, like is not the right word for that. It would be something like Star Fox Zero, I feel. Something that has problems, but I still enjoy. I played that beta. That was something I played. That was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. It has problems. But definitely something I enjoyed. In fact, I even tweeted that.
I
said Star
figured
Fox
it
Zero
out.
and Mirror
That was
Edge had problems.
stupid.
What?
So I was standing like I got on top of the pedestal where his throne is, like literally standing right in front of it.
Yeah, you did.
You can't place it from there. You have to be standing like kind of next to where what's his face stands,
Good job, Tony.
like on the floor in front of his throne. All right,
You're a
fucking-
big Dumbo.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
hey, Felicia.
Hi, Felicia. Would you chill? Jesus. All right. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this?
Burn, 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 burn,
No, go. No, please go on.
burn, 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 burn.
All right. Get your E3 predictions out. It's about to get a little sexy. News in gaming. Let's talk about some news
In gaming,
in gaming. Is there any real news worth
What did you
mentioning?
do during this time, Tony, last week? It was like
You should listen to it.
I did listen to it, but like it's just like I don't know, like What transition was that? Like the start news?
There was no transition.
There was no transition.
When I was editing it, I was like, "This is as good as it gets."
Did you leave it that way? I didn't. I like re-listened to like the beginning of the show, up to the point where I was like, Scott was talking about Dark Souls, and he was like the fire something, the fire pit, and I was like, you mean Firelink Shrine? And then Scott paused for a good 6 seconds, and was like, the fire hole. And I was like, all right, I gotta turn this shit off.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But so no, I didn't listen all the way back, but yeah, there was some dumb shit that happened here. Because I just like realizing that like I can't do anything about this right now.
So many potential titles. From what
So
you guys were
many.
talking
Yeah. Instead, they just went with Alex is fired.
It's because I was the only one writing titles, and then I got busy.
Yeah, trust me, I know. It's not fun without Nabishin here.
Yeah.
Broken on the inside.
Yeah.
The only
Never
kind of news before we get into what we think is going to happen at the Electronic Entertainment Expo is Nintendo kind of put it out there that, hey, we're expanding a little bit on our streaming plans. Obviously, they'd announced that they're no longer doing a Nintendo Direct at E3 this year. Not that they just never were, more accurately. So they're going to be streaming kind of starting at that typical time slot that they normally do their Direct, 10 a.m. Pacific time on Tuesday. And they will be doing Zelda for the Wii U, obviously, but they've also said they're going to be doing a little bit of Pokemon Sun and Moon, as well as Fire Emblem Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Not Fire Emblem. It's just Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Sharp FE.
Hashtag FE.
Hashtag FE. And I think they might be showing off like Dragon Quest as well. The 3DS ports of those. And Monster Hunter Generations. So they will be showing more than just one game for the entire stream that they're doing, which is good. But yeah, that's
good.
Still in Nintendo's plan. Outside that, a report came out that Microsoft is also continuing along with their kind of more powerful Xbox One. Obviously, we alluded to it a little bit earlier, codename Scorpio, which is still
Xbox Scarpino.
the Xbox Scarpino. Two things. One is that there would be a new, slimmer Xbox One to release this year in 2016. That would just be kind of like a change in form factor. Probably remove the HDMI in port as well, and have a larger hard drive. And that the Xbox One Scarpino, the more powerful Xbox One that Phil Spencer kind of got out there and said that they were looking into earlier this year, would release in 2017, have a significantly more powerful GPU, and might also have the capability of running with Oculus Rift. So that's interesting. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like things that go fast and do cool things, but like
cars, right? You like cars a lot.
Cars are pretty cool.
Cars are pretty cool.
Mine's blue.
We'll see if they address this at E3. Mine is silver. So there you go.
Yours has a bunch of awesome like markers on its GPS system.
Fuck you, Tony, for leaving that there.
Just like spitballing some stuff like do you think that because obviously with the rumors of the newer Xbox is going to have like significantly more flops than the PS4 4K. So like any thoughts, like do you think it'll try to like do you think it'll outdo what the PS4?
I mean,
with, it being stronger, because is that even the conversation anymore about like which one's the stronger console?
It's interesting, right?
Per
se, yeah.
I guess you could say.
Because the PS4 is a little bit stronger than the Xbox One. It doesn't make that much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. Sometimes resolution, sometimes frame rate get fucked up. And the 4K, the PS4.5, whatever, Neo looks to kind of iterate on that and be a little bit stronger, and run things at maybe a higher frame rate. And I guess upscale to 4K. That's still like stupid that that's even a thing, but this seems like an actual significant jump, right? Like it wants to support Oculus in some way, shape, or form, which is big. I guess like it's not crazy if the PlayStation 4 already can support PSVR with a breakout box. But yeah, it's like everything I've heard about this Xbox One upgrade is that it is significantly more powerful. Like it has a way better GPU. That's like actually really upping the ante. But like, as a guy who's adamantly opposed to the idea of the PS4.5, like this doesn't do anything for me either. Like you're just saturating this market with more hardware, right? That's just going to confuse more people, and it's going to like separate and segregate the audience. It's just so stupid. Like the reason consoles are the way they are is so you can buy this thing and then play this thing with other people who have the same thing, and there's no worries, there's no issues. Like sure, I have a better internet connection, so online play is a little bit better for me or whatever.
Yeah, it is nice to know with consoles that like you can expect the same frame rate across the board,
Yeah.
no matter how shitty or how good.
Yeah.
And typically it's always a lot like cheaper than the alternative.
Wait,
Yeah.
can you say that again?
I said pretty much across the board, like you and someone else playing on a PS4 can expect to have the same frame rates in the same areas.
Mm-hmm.
For both consoles, or
For like if you
for
have a
everyone
PS4
playing
and
on the same console.
oh, every PS4.
Yeah,
Okay.
because everything is the same, right? So
Okay.
yeah, it's unanimous, it's ubiquitous, it's just the same, and that makes things less complicated for the developer that has to make a game for all these things, and for the person that just wants to pick up and play it. And now, like, it's just we're complicating that so much, and like every time things get complicated, especially with an industry that's already growing faster than it can keep up with, like it's just going to get worse. Like things are going to start falling apart. The other shoe is going to drop, so to speak, and it's a mess. It's a mess waiting to happen, and I still continue to believe that this is a terrible idea. I am very much on the Colin Moriarty bandwagon, if you're familiar at all with his opinion of just like this is a fucking kick in the face to anyone who bought a PS4 the day it came out.
I mean, we've yet to have official announcements from any company who is doing this, right?
Yeah.
So like there could be things in place to like kind of keep that, the customers happy there, and I would think it would be a grave mistake for there not to be.
Yeah.
So we still, stands to have a second and just kind of, see what happens,
they
right?
could
Like,
totally swing
they
the
could
other
just
way
be
on
like,
this.
hey, trade in your old PS4, we'll give you this one for like $50.
Yeah.
What if that would be, that's obviously outlandish, but hey.
Yeah, they could swing the other way on it, but it's a lot to expect at this point, especially when they've been so adamantly quiet, which is very alarming.
I don't think it's that doom and gloom as far as like it's a middle finger to everyone who bought a system at launch. It's like I just feel like this is what early adopters are good for, and we won the next generation, and we got the next generation.
But
and
I wasn't an early adopter. I bought a PS4 on Destiny's release date.
sure, that's still like in the window, though. I would say
That's a year after it came out.
sure.
I don't know. I feel like
I feel like you're just
window.
making excuses for them, though.
I'm not making excuses. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know you don't give a shit, but like this is what early adopters get. Like what people bought those consoles to play games, right? Destiny came out a year after, right? That's
Yeah,
not
you
an
can
early
still play those
adopter.
games.
That's not an early adopter. That's a person coming to buying this and playing a game that is like worth playing, right? Allegedly at the time. You can't say that someone who bought Destiny PS4 in 2014 was an early adopter. Like that's outlandish, I think.
Well, sure, but you can still play. Then
You could still play it like on your PS3 and 360, but I think that's when those kind of straddle gen games start coming out, and you're like, oh well, I really want to play this, like where it's going to look the best and run the best and have the best multiplayer experience. Like I feel like that's like a totally reasonable time to jump up, right? And if those people still feel like they're getting fucked over, like then like you're not fucking over just early adopters, is what I'm saying. And it's a weird thing. It's a shift, right? It's just a total tonal shift for consoles in general. Some people are going to feel like they're getting fucked over. I'm going to believe that, hey, you're kind of fucking over the people, the 40 plus million people that have bought PS4s since it came out, because like you're releasing this new hardware that makes the previous one obsolete, especially if like they stop selling it. But also, I agree that we're kind of in like this weird zone that we don't know what's exactly going to happen, and it's too early to tell. Like, I want to know, like, the biggest thing that I think all of us need to know is what is Sony's pitch on this? Like, how do they sell this to people like me, right, that don't think this is a good idea? And how do they sell it to people that don't really know what's happening, right? Like, we're sitting here having this conversation, but there are plenty of people that don't even know that the PS4 Neo even exists or is an idea. So that's the most interesting part about this. That's what I want to see. I think that's where this will either go one way or the other. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Again, E3, this has to be, and we can use this as like a segue right into E3 predictions of like, this has to be talked about at E3. Like,
Of course.
we can't keep the silence, right? Like, it's crazy.
They can if they wanted to.
They can if they wanted to. It's crazy at this point, like how
It could be,
much
like,
has
so
gotten
much-
out there.
I mean, like let's say for a situation like Microsoft, for whatever reasons, announces their future console, which is coming out on 2017, and like it gets like so much of a negative reaction that Sony just says absolutely nothing about the Neo. So like basically they silently pull out of that because they got so much of a negative reaction.
Yeah.
I guess
I think that would make a lot of sense though, right? And this, like, part of my E3 predictions, if I can goddamn find this.
But if you really think about it though, like people have been giving out their grievances for the past few months now. So like,
Yeah,
they're,
they would know
everyone's
one
at the
way or
point
another.
now where it's like they totally accept it because they went through all the stages. So now they're at acceptance. So it's a matter of like, will I actually get started? Well, I won't, and that's just the bottom line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's also fair. But yeah, like going off what you were saying initially, though, of like, hey, Microsoft comes out and talks about it and say, hey, it's coming out in 2017. There's a huge backlash to it. Somebody started the conversation at the very least, right? To the people, to like the front-facing public, whether it's Microsoft, and I think it will be Microsoft, or Sony. Somebody is like initiating the conversation to the general public, and I think that's.
But I don't understand why Microsoft would do that though.
Because they go first. It's not even like a thing of like.
Not really that, but like if it's something that's coming out in 2017, like I don't think you should announce it that early then. Because why? You're trying to sell your Xbox Slim or your regular Xbox that you have now. So
Yeah.
you're not going to get any sales for.
Well, it depends if it is coming out in March 2017 because Nintendo's got hardware lined up for that spot already. So it depends if it comes out between next E3 now or it comes out later. If it comes out later, then yeah. If it's a next fall thing, yeah, maybe wait. But people are talking about this PlayStation Neo like it's coming out this holiday, so which would be ludicrous to even imagine that coming out the same holiday as PlayStation VR. So, let's talk about Electronic Entertainment Expo E3. It's in a couple weeks. What, June 13th is when the press conference day is.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got some time. This will go out before E3. If people have predictions or whatever that they want to send in to us, they absolutely can. And I'm curious what people think is going to happen. Obviously, if there are people watching live, they can send in their questions with the
Sure.
hashtag IPQ.
I'll throw out an obvious one. I think at least one that I think is obvious.
Okay.
North American release date for Persona 5.
Yeah, I think that's. I have that in my list here. We could do this by conference. I think that's the most organized way to do it. If you've
That's
fan
fair.
of Bayazona Gamers, BZG, Nabish and I were on the most recent episode of BZG at the time.
How many
this-
zones did you buy?
At least 3.
Yeah.
We were on the most recent episode of BCG, and we talked about our predictions, so we can also hear them there. But kicking things off is EA doing their kind of independent event on Sunday before Bethesda. I'm curious to see, Tony, what you think EA is going to come to the event with.
I hope another Call of Duty game.
Yeah, EA, makers
Yep.
of Call of Duty.
Yep. Be cool though. Can't you have to admit that'd be pretty interesting.
Battlefield 1 will, I'm sure, be there with its terrible name.
Yeah.
Nobshin, how do you feel about the name Battlefield 1?
Dumb. But whatever.
It's dumb. Fuck it.
It's dumb. Yeah. Well, since Tony, you're feeling so talkative, I'll kick things off.
Okay.
Here, and I said this before, but the big three, I think that are going to be kind of EA's star lineup between all their sports stuff is Titanfall 2, which I think will look very, very good. Like I think it's going to blow us away a little bit. Hopefully, it has more than the 6-on-6 multiplayer, though. I've been thinking about that a lot recently. Mass Effect Andromeda, which we'll finally be able to see what that game looks like, and Visceral's new Star Wars game, which will kind of get teased or at least revealed formally here. And I just kind of want to know what that game is called and what it's trying to be. If it's like a bounty hunter game or a Jedi game or whatever. I just want to have an idea of what to expect there. Nabashin, what were your predictions with EA?
It was more of like a, like I know one of them was like a. I'm looking at it right now. Sorry. Like I felt like they would announce like a new IP, or not a new IP, but they will bring back a franchise. Because I remember bringing up one of our discussions was Army of Two. Like for some reason it was.
It's a good call out, yeah.
They will bring that back. And I also felt like EA still is the only one who hasn't done HD remaster, so like this is like either should or get off the pod with a Mass Effect HD collection. Like if you're gonna do it there, either do it there or they're not gonna do it at all. So
I'm hoping that if they do it, like they do like a formal reimagining of Mass Effect 1. I know most people wouldn't like that, but I'd like to see the systems and stuff in that game updated to something like 2, just for people like me that aren't a huge fan of those systems. Like, yeah, so we redid a little bit of the levels, the way the game feels, it's more shootery, it's all the loot garbage is out of there, and it has checkpoints now. Because we forgot those, I guess. I know
Dead Space.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I do want to see a new Dead Space. I don't think they'll do it, but I would love to see what that ends up being on PS4 and Xbox One. I feel like it hasn't been long enough for that, weirdly enough, though. So what, 2013 was Dead Space 3, right? Something like that.
I have never played a Dead Space game.
They're pretty good. The first one is really good. I think it holds up, too. Do you have any thoughts, Tony, on EA? Electronic Arts?
EA. Like I said, probably a new Call of Duty game.
Okay.
I hope. That'd be, like I said, whew.
Outside of joke predictions.
I don't know, man. EA is not really my jam.
Yeah. How much Pele time do you think will be on stage?
I hope that I mean I don't know. I wouldn't even say that I hope, but I just probably think like 0.
Hopefully.
I think they'll be structured more smartly this time around. Because now that they actually have the time to spread their stuff out, I think they'll be structured a lot more better for people who want to see what they want. They'll definitely get to see what they want.
Yeah.
When they're showing Battlefield 4, they're going to show the campaign, but they have another stream just for the multiplayer for the people who care about that. So
yeah, and I also think like they actually have things to show this year, right? Like Titanfall is this year, and Mass Effect is early next year, right? So they have at least a couple big hitters and probably a couple secrets, like you said, Nabashin, like maybe Army of 2 or something. Next up is Bethesda. Who is returning to the press conference cycle. I'm curious to kind of see what they bring to
Fallout 4 DLC.
Most assuredly. Anything else? Any other ideas what they might have, Tony?
Fallout 5.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
That would probably be like very bad idea for them.
Probably.
What is
Bethesda,
Bethesda's Fallout 4 for this year? As far as like something that they'll talk about, is that Dishonored 2?
I think it's Dishonored 2.
Is that? I don't know. Like, not to shit on Dishonored, but like like I don't really know.
I think they're going to make it big enough, like to
Skyrim HD.
Like I think they're going to come out with they're going to end that show with Dishonored 2, and people are going to be like, "Wow, that game looks incredible." just like going off of like the test footage that they showed last year, like I think they're gonna bring something big with that game. We'll see.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tony, I didn't mean to.
No,
derail you.
you're fine. But I don't know, like, they'll do something cool probably. They'll have another cool mobile game that's released immediately, and
Dishonored Whale Killer Edition. It's just a mobile game where you murder
we
whales.
just murder whales.
You drain their fat for money. Yeah, I mean, like Fallout 4 DLC for sure. I was gonna say something about the mod stuff, but I think they already locked down a date for that on consoles. Dishonored, I think, is gonna be a huge hit.
I think that aren't the console mod things in beta right now?
I think so. They
so
at
that's
least
probably
they
pretty
have a
soon.
hard date in June, so I just remember it's June already.
All right, I'm here.
Hey, it's Scott.
Hey, Scott's here.
How late?
How long have we been recording? Hour and 20 minutes, plus bonus content. So not too bad. Less than 2 hours, probably.
What segment?
We're doing E3 predictions, so it's a news segment.
Aha, I was correct.
Are you ready to start recording? Did you download Audacity?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. On one, Scott. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're good.
Scott's here.
Ah,
Hi, Scott.
ambushed.
The family's back together. No, it's
All
fine.
right. Do we want to?
It's like not all at once. It's Jesus. Do we want to what, Scott? What do we want to do?
Do you want to talk about why it took so long?
No, we already kind of
We were
caught them
talking
up.
about E3.
We're talking about E3 now, Scott. Are you excited about E3, Scott?
No.
All right.
Now this is a goddamn Scott podcast right here. All right, cool, Scott. We're talking about Bethesda. What do you think they're going to show at their press conference? They're having a press conference again this year. Catch up. What up?
Probably some more Elder Scrolls.
Do you think this is it?
Yeah, I think that they'll probably have something for ESO.
ESO?
Whether
Not-
it's for Elder Scrolls, something probably for Elder Scrolls Online. That's what I was thinking when I said Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
But yeah, something directly for ESO.
Okay.
They will probably talk about Fallout 4.
Continue
Not
talking
like-
about it.
Yeah, not an extensive amount, but toot their own horn a little bit.
Yeah, it sold really well, guys. Fuck off. You thought it looked garbage on PS4? Well, guess what? You bought it.
Apparently, you have no standards.
And let's see. We always need a crazy prediction.
Yeah.
Here's a good crazy prediction.
Okay.
They'll announce that they've bought The Last Guardian and will actually finish it.
There it is. It's a good old Scott prediction. My big two were like, hey, Tango Gameworks and Machine Games haven't said anything in a long time. So I think Machine Games might tease like their next Wolfenstein game because I think they're probably working on it.
Oh, good. Actually, I am excited. I was geeky for you.
Yeah, that is me. I'm
being funny. Don't fucking worry about it.
I know, but I feel bad because so many people like that Wolfenstein game. It just really didn't do anything for me.
Dude, we're different people. It
I
doesn't
know.
matter.
I know.
It's all right, man. You don't have to like everything that everybody else likes.
That's true. You're right. Thanks, Nobshin.
Yeah, you're
Appreciate you. You got my back. That's why I miss you.
Jesus.
Because these other two fuckers don't have my back at all.
You have a back? Oh wait, that's right. You have a back, just not a chin.
Yeah, just not a chin. There it is. And here we are. Yeah, I think they'll maybe tease what they're. It's been a couple of years, right? 2014 is when New Order came out, so maybe they'll tease it, maybe not. Maybe it's too early. Tango Gameworks most assuredly working on something. Maybe Evil Within 2, maybe a new IP. I think it's not unlikely that it's Evil Within 2, but I hope it is a new IP. I hope they're working on some new horror game. I don't know. I coming off of Doom, I think it's safe to say.
'Cause if they were going we're shutting down our doors and closing out shop route, I think they would have done so by now.
Yeah, they would have said something by now. Even like I hear Evil Within sold well at the very least, even if it wasn't received super well. Nomishin?
For
Bethesda? Yeah.
Like I don't really think we'll hear anything like Elder Scrolls related. I don't know if like wasn't it last year like or maybe it was the VGX where like they were like pretty much like giving like it's like we'll give you $1 million if you just play our fucking game or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, it was definitely the VGX. I remember like it's like hey if you logged in and like
Oh yeah.
yeah
Was
if you,
Elder Scrolls Online was that?
that was Elder Scrolls Online, so I don't know. I think they might sync that thing, or at least not support it. As far as like, like expansions or whatever. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think it's like really got other people's skin.
Mhm.
Other than that though, like I don't know, like but that's just like really like not really something I can really predict. Like obviously the Wolfenstein game, like we all think it's gonna happen, but like I don't know, like maybe they'll talk about Battlecry because everyone keeps forgetting about that game.
I once again forgot about Battlecry. Fucking too many battle.
Too many
Watch.
2-syllable games.
Yeah, it's too much.
Overwatch, Battlecry,
Battleborn, man, nuts.
The Dane
Battle
Cook
Watch,
video game.
Overwatch.
Uberborn, fuck man. What about Microsoft? Remember those guys?
Xbox.
Scarpino.
Xbox Scarpino. Before you got here, Scott, we talked about the Xbox Scorpio, which is the PlayStation Neo equivalent in Microsoft's camp for Xbox One. Just to catch you up. They're doing it too. So the world is ending. Even though you got like a PC Master Race machine now.
Yep.
How does it look? Also, it's got lights.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Its only problem, it has some lights, blue lights.
Okay.
They could probably be changed to white lights
Okay.
or black lights. I'll probably do black lights if they
Yeah,
could
do
be
black
changed to
lights.
black lights.
Yeah.
So like there's not enough.
It's okay if it doesn't look cool yet. The cool part about a PC is that you don't have to do everything all at once.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah,
from Tony Hawk.
but I am probably just going to send the case back because the part where it has a separate, like most cases, it has a separate part where you run the wires, so it's not just in the way of everything, and kind of looks nice in the middle. So we went ahead and we wired that up, but those wires rattle against the case. And that's not supposed to happen. That is a case problem.
So for my reference, like what's like a hot video game that it could run at a good resolution or whatever? However PC gamers talk.
Well, he doesn't have his video card in it yet, right, Scott?
Yeah, I just have the other card in it.
So
What do
it
you
runs
do?
pretty much the same shit as the last one.
Okay.
Right,
Kind of.
but I have a Skylake processor, which
Right,
actually,
yes. That's why I said kind of.
which I'm curious to see how fast everything from the
There's
Audacity.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah, there's a program, Scott, that you should get, IDA64 and FirmMark. Those will help you see numbers.
The boot up's pretty good.
Okay. Do you have solid state there?
Yeah,
Or?
is it on SSD?
No, it's the MSI, and it has a software thing for those numbers.
Okay.
I see what you're saying. It's just onboard benchmarking.
Right. I do have an onboard benchmark.
Do you have an SSD in there?
Yeah, is it on SSD?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it just? Do you have two? One's HDD, one's SSD.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's a pretty standard configuration nowadays.
I was just curious. Jesus.
Word.
All right.
And then 16 gigs of RAM. DDR4.
Nice. Okay. No HD.
Clocked at 3,000.
Jesus. That's a big number. That sounds big. All right, back to E3, 2016. 2 weeks. I was just curious. So I know Scott's happy about his PC.
They're gonna talk about Scott's computer.
They're going to talk about Scott's computer and
Computer.
how big a deal it is.
Mm,
Microsoft,
that is a strike against you guys.
probably. Probably going to lose that one. Microsoft, Scott, do you have any predictions for what they might get up to?
Probably gonna talk about the Windows 10 integration.
That's true. They might actually talk about
I
that.
hope they don't talk about that.
I mean, I hope so too, but at least as long as they
They're
don't
not
talk about
gonna-
TV and sports.
they're not going to showcase all of Windows 10, but E3 being the gaming thing, I'm assuming that they're going to talk more about the cross Windows 10
Initiative.
Xbox One, the gaming side of it.
Yeah.
The cross gaming side of
Yeah,
it.
because what Xbox One with the most recent update runs on Windows 10 now, so
Right.
we'll see. Nabashin, do you have any big predictions? I forget what you said about Microsoft, so
I didn't really have much for Microsoft either. Like, I think they'll. One of my, I guess, not really crazy predictions, but like something I at least hope that they'll try to do is like at least get like at least three like Japanese developed games on their show. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I feel like like that system is kind of getting like fucked over as far as that, and like I mean, obvious for obvious reasons, but like but it's like even like this is why I was saying like I don't know if like Microsoft can like even catch up even if they do this the stronger console, because like they're not getting all the games on their system, which is like just unfortunate, really.
yeah, it is unfortunate, and like I don't know, they had like a lot of stuff that they talked about last year that we still haven't seen. Like Recore was supposed to be out by now, right? That was supposed to be like spring of 2016, right? So I think they're going to show that. Sea of Thieves, Barrett mentioned on BZGs, like that's a game we haven't seen or really heard of since last year.
You know, it'd be kind of sad,
What?
but probably might happen. We'll probably see more No Man's Sky.
At Microsoft?
Well, not just in general. It's just a thought that passed through my mind.
Yeah, that's true. I hope we don't.
Better not
Yeah.
show that fucking game anymore.
Right? It doesn't make sense, but it probably will happen.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be there at E3, kind of publicly playable for the first time, whereas it's only really been privately
Someone's
playable.
like, guess what? It's coming to our console.
And you can play as that kid from Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, I mean, like Recore, Gears 4. I think if Titanfall 2 shows up at a press conference, it would be EA and then Microsoft. Scalebound, maybe get a little update on that, even though that's 2017. Halo Wars 2
So
is
we're
happening.
running on a good frame rate.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm still like pulling like the one I'm gonna keep predicting hopefully every year is Summer of Arcade comes back with, they've got like such a good lineup, like Inside, Below, and Cuphead would just be like such great marquee titles for Summer of Arcade this year. So I want to see that happen.
Would that be their biggest fuck up for you? Like
If they don't,
if they don't announce that after like when they have like the perfect lineup for that, right? You're like literally the perfect lineup.
it depends. Like if it ends up like those games come out this year, but they're all like super far away from each other. Like maybe like Below comes out in August and then Cuphead comes out in December or something like that. Then it's like, okay, I kind of see like why this would be impossible. But if they all come out this summer and they're all great, like it really would be, because that was such a big deal in the Xbox 360 generation. Like stuff like that is what made those indie games or those smaller games, downloadable games, get big, right? Like Shadow Complex and Braid and stuff like that. So yeah, like it's with what Sony's like doing that shit like once every 2 months, pretty much, like a series of 4 games coming out 4 weeks back to back, and they're all great, or most of them are great.
It's like I don't really sound like I'm shitting on Xbox or anything like that, but like, can you like really think of like any like games announced like as far as like indie, like almost indie or anything that's like for this Xbox One, like maybe Idarb and Volgar the Viking, but I can't really like for games that are released, I should clarify, but like just Xbox One games, I can't really think of that much. Or like I don't know why their messaging gets so muddled as far as like their Xbox One games indie games coming out rather than like PlayStation. Like you hear about like fucking Enter the Gungeon and shit like that, like
Yeah.
almost constantly, but you don't hear nothing for Xbox really.
Yeah, and then, like I think part of that is their messaging. Like it's just super. It's a super big mess up to stop supporting indies like that. Like the reason they flocked to Xbox 360 was not only because it was the better selling of the two platforms, but also because like they had this venue for indie games to kind of showcase themselves, which was Summer of Arcade. And now that they've taken it away, of course, they're going to look for options where like they're going to be in the spotlight. And Sony's doing that like multiple times a year. So if they embrace that and bring that back, I feel like that would make a huge difference.
It definitely would.
So like indie developers loved Summer of Arcade because it's like, hey, here are 5 games, and we're going to talk about these 5 games for 5 weeks, and they're all cool and they're all like handpicked. It's
And
like
buy
just
all 5 of those games, you'll get a discount.
yeah, you buy all 5 of those games, you get like a free game. Like with it, you get like $15 back. It's like, of course, people would buy into this because it's a great idea, makes the games look good, showcases multiple games. Everybody's happy, but they're just not doing it for no good reason. And I think it's like partly a self-fulfilling prophecy of like they're not doing it so games aren't showing up, but games aren't showing up because they're not doing it. So I don't know. They just need to get that messaging better.
But we got backwards compatibility, so like I said, something.
So it's a good deal. You know, they're doing good with that stuff.
I love my Xbox One for that reason.
Yeah, it's
I
awesome.
just hope they just like expanded more on it.
I
They still
played,
have Bayonetta, and they still don't have Burnout Paradise.
They have
Or
Alan
Revenant.
Wake now. I played a little bit of that on there. Looks great, you know. So, and I obviously Gears 2 and 3. So I mean, yeah, they're doing cool stuff at the very least still. Ubisoft.
One more thing about Xbox.
Oh sure.
Super Hot. That came out a few weeks ago on Xbox One. No fanfare. I bought that. That game's fucking awesome. But
Is that game cool? I need to play it.
that game is really fucking cool. But like, yeah, that's just another example of something that just came out and no one really talked about it. I guess because it got its shine when it finally came out on PC, but like, no one really talked about it on Xbox One, which is a shame.
Yeah, it's a pity. Ubisoft, as it is sometimes known. Aisha Tyler's gonna come out there, kick some ass, no doubts about that. Scott, what do you think Ubisoft's gonna do? I know you got a lot of predictions built up, just ready to explode out of you.
I just always forget what Ubisoft does.
So they,
Besides
Assassin's Creed,
right?
They did The Division.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they made that. Rayman, they make Rayman games in the Ubi Art engine.
Definitely.
Far Cry, they've made those games. Just Dance.
Do you think they'll finally come out with a new IP this year? Because I know, like, they just put out.
new IP every year.
Yeah, they keep like announcing new things at the very least. Like they announced Watch Dogs, obviously the big one. They announced The Division. They announced The Siege.
Right, because that's what I was about to say. It seems like Ubisoft is the one that always has at least something new. Do you think they're gonna have something new this year as well?
I think so. At least one. They had 2 new things last year. They had the Ghost Recon cocaine video game, and For Honor as well, which is like the 4v4, like samurai versus barbarian or whatever combination of the such combat game. So I think they'll have at least one new thing this year. Yeah. It's already leaked out that Watch Dogs 2 will be officially unveiled there at this press conference. Which I think, you know, I think Watch Dogs 2 obviously gets its reveal. I think that comes out early next year. And I think the Ghost Recon game and For Honor kind of fill in their slot for this holiday, personally, since they're not going to have Assassin's Creed this year.
Hey, I have a question.
Sure.
What game have you played that like the first one that you really that you really disliked, and like they've made a sequel of it and you actually liked it? I can't really think of one.
Killzone 2?
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Oh.
It's the only one that I have because I didn't actually play the first one. I looked it up after hearing about the second one, and I was like, oh, this probably isn't good.
And then they put out
I'm
that.
just not gonna bother.
They did put
Then
out
I
the
got
remaster.
Killzone.
It's bad. It's a bad game.
Yeah, so and the second one was just good. Wasn't like super fantastic or anything, but it was good.
I don't know.
I played a lot of it.
That's a good question, Ocean.
Because I'm thinking, like, would people really go back to Watch Dogs 2? I mean, sure, there's like the Assassin's Creed promise, like, but I don't think people hated Assassin's Creed like they hated Watch Dogs.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, and like it's Assassin's Creed, right? Assassin's Creed 1, which is not like bad. I just think it's kind of mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
And then Assassin's Creed 2, which is great, I think. You could say like Destiny and then Destiny the Taken King, but that's not.
People
That's
like
not-
Destiny, but
Yeah, people like
it was,
Destiny.
It was a love-hate type of thing. Like
I'm saying, like, for
there was
me-
potential.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh,
like I'm just saying, like what can they announce from Watch Dogs 2 that will get you even remotely interested?
I don't like anything with any remote amount of personality. Like, show me a character that feels more than two things, which is anger and rage. like I don't know. Like, what do you want? Yeah, it's that game.
I mean, like I would
Didn't
like
that,
to
game, didn't that game have mechanical
I have no
issues as
interest in it.
well?
The game was not fun to play.
I can attest to it not being fun to play.
But it was mostly like the story and writing was really bad. What were you saying, Navishin? Sorry.
I was saying like it's nice to keep an open mind, but you know, like it just it was
Uphill
just
battle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, I'm curious as to what that game is. Like, because they could do what they did with Assassin's Creed 2. Like, Assassin's Creed 1, like, you have, like, Altair, who's, like, this super fucking boring protagonist, and you're doing the same 5 things over and over again. Like I said, not bad, because, like, at least the mechanics were all right, and the climbing was all right, and everything worked the way it should. Then you go to 2, you have Ezio, who I love Ezio. He's got so much personality. He's a fun hero. He's someone that you can relate to because you kind of see more of his life. So I don't know. There's room for them to kind of take that formula and just lift it into Watch Dogs, but it's not gonna be easy. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Ubisoft is cool. They always do at least one cool thing, and Aisha Tyler's great. So. We'll see. I think there's gonna be a new Ubi Art Engine game.
That'd be nice.
So I think Child of Light was really cool. I'd like to see some more things like that. And yeah, For Honor and the cocaine video game. I think those are coming out soon. Now, let's talk about Sony. I feel like we all have at least something to say about Sony.
Sony will give us a giant middle finger.
Yeah, Sony gives us a giant middle finger, and then they pee on my
Like
dreams.
a foam giant middle finger.
Yeah, like a big foam one. Shuhei Yoshida just comes out 2 middle fingers up.
And behind it,
And then like,
They made up for it. Tony.
it just won't come out in 3 years. That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
and then you just start,
Oh, go ahead,
you just
Scott.
start throwing the foam fingers into the crowd.
Throw
Yeah,
the-
we're still on this.
And then everyone holds up,
Possible.
and then they're like, in Final Fantasy VII's remake, it'll never come out. And then I just cry in my room by myself. Tony, do you have any predictions about Sony? Do you think you have any idea what they might get up to with the Electronic 3?
I mean, like, you know, kind of like what we mentioned before. Like, I'm expecting them to come out with, you know, their plans for whatever 4.5 they're talking about, or whatever it is. Plus, like, from Sony at least, I'm expecting some form of like, hey, this is what we're doing for people who already have a PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
I think that if any company is going to actually have that kind of plan, Sony is probably going to be the one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
They're going to be like, hey, fuck you, Nintendo. It's just straight out on stage. They're going to say that. I mean, why wouldn't they, right? So.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, why not
That's
just
what
say
the
fuck
foam
you,
fingers. That's what the foam fingers will be for.
That's like, you know, what better avenue to say fuck you, Nintendo, than on Sony's press conference stage?
That's right.
Scott, do you have any predictions for Sony?
Not this year.
Any like
Bloodborne.
idea about like their big games like Horizon or unannounced or Last Guardian?
I already told you that's Bethesda's game now.
Yeah, so that's Bethesda. They bought it.
They bought it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Nabashin, hit me with some predictions.
So like obviously everyone wants Persona 5 to be there, but like the only time they ever really even mentioned Persona on stage is like PSX like a few years ago. And that was just saying like, hey, it's coming, just so you know, which you probably already knew, but we're telling you anyway. So like there was like we still have yet to get an English trailer or English like or English like dubbing for Persona yet. So like if it was gonna do it somewhere, I would hope it'd be there, and I would hope Sony will actually like promote it like it should. But like I don't know, like I mean that's a good get. That's a good get. That's not gonna come out on PC or Xbox One. So if they promote it right, I think they have a good opportunity to do that. But like I don't know, like we'll probably just see more just more stuff that like I don't know, like because like what else do people want? Because they announced like a bunch of shit last year, but like obviously it hasn't come out, but like I don't know, like what did they do to like try to top last year? Because all they built themselves up to is just disappointment now.
Yeah, it was what the Final Fantasy VII remake last year, right?
Yeah, Final Fantasy, Shimu, and The Last Guardian.
Yeah,
those are the three.
Yeah. It's weird because like, you know, I said this on BZG and you know, like Sony's kind of been like consistently the most disappointing for me. Of like they've been building this boulevard of broken dreams, for lack of a better word, of like, hey, we're gonna do this thing.
I just cringed. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Hey, we're gonna do this thing, and we're gonna talk about this thing, and like we still haven't delivered on any of it, right? Final Fantasy 15 is the first thing that they're really about to hit, and that's been 3 years since they kind of re-unveiled that at their stage, and like that's kind of like the core of my predictions. I think that they touch on Final Fantasy 15 again. I think they touch on Kingdom Hearts 3 again. I think they touch on Final Fantasy 7 remake again. But still, only one of those three has a release date, and it might actually come out. Maybe they allude to Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out next year, but like, I still think that's a risk to even predict that. Like, and the big thing is like Sony's been huge with third party presence at their stages recently. Like, I think if we see Call of Duty, it's going to be here. I think if we see the Destiny expansion, it's going to be here.
100%.
And if we see Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy 7, Persona 5, like it would be here, but again, I don't know if we'd see it if it would be anything to be a trailer. I think
like I said, but it needs to be the English trailer. Like I said, it has to be a trailer, not fucking Japanese dub. Not that I'm fucking hating on that or anything like that, but like just let's hear the English.
No, I mean like an English trailer, right? And hopefully with a release date, but I don't know, like it. The P Studios is like super hush hush about like really talking about what they're up to, so it's hard to know if they've been localizing that while they've been making it or
that's
not.
The big question. I think that needs to be the answered there.
Yeah, I agree totally. But like I also think like the things that we want to hear about, like, hey, what is Sucker Punch working on? What is Sony Ben working on? What's Sony's Santa Monica working on? I think like we don't hear about any of those things. I think Horizon's gonna get delayed probably just because, like, where we heard about that game, I get that vibe from it. And you know maybe they talk about PlayStation Neo. I hope they at least address it. They don't have to necessarily unveil and talk about it, but they should like address, like, say, hey, like we understand like concern about this stuff, and we'll be ready to talk about it soon, right? Or something like that. Even if it's ambiguous, like know that they're aware and that they're not trying to upset anyone. And obviously, they have to talk about PlayStation VR because that comes out in October.
Yes.
And
like, how much is that?
And that's it. Like, that's the whole press conference. What I just said. It's like there's so much that they have to address, and I think that's it.
But what gives more like, you can't talk about the Neo in like the PlayStation VR. Like, I feel like you have to like put attention to one of those things.
I agree, but like I also think. Personally, right? I think that it's gone so long with like this rumor mongering that they have to at least address the Neo.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's just more of like, where are you putting your marketing towards? Like, are you marketing this VR thing that's like somewhat proven already with Oculus um and Vive, and like, are you actually gonna like go all in with that, or are you just gonna like kind of push it towards the Neo and like know something that definitely would sell and people would buy it, even though it's like it's just like somewhat prettier, but like it's
I think they push it towards PlayStation VR.
okay.
Definitely.
I like, because that's just the thing that's a sure shot right now. That has like, they have an internal date. Obviously, we know it's coming out in October. It's going to hit this year. Like, I think they're just they have to
Yeah,
focus on
so
one or
like
the other.
right now would be the time between like for that release date of October. Right now would be the time to start showing games for it.
Do they have a system seller game?
Probably not. I mean, there are games on there that I'm interested in, but nothing that's like an actual hardware seller.
Will they show Rick's there again?
Maybe. I don't know, like stuff like Battlezone and Golem and stuff look cool.
Yeah. Side note: I wish I talked to Tom more about Rick's because I know he really liked that.
He likes it a lot. I'm sure you could hit him up. He's talked to me a lot about it. Yeah, Riggs, they've got some stuff. They have at least games. They have a launch lineup, right? They have something they can deliver. We'll see how this is their avenue to make that launch lineup look great. So hopefully they can do that.
Yep.
Nintendo obviously not doing anything. So, although hopefully Zelda
Predictions.
Yeah,
Nintendo will turn around and actually do something.
that's what Barrett said too. I'd be curious if they did that. I mean, I don't think they will, but I'd like to actually get a name for Zelda Wii U so we don't have to keep calling it Zelda Wii U. But hopefully that's not too much to ask.
Like I said, my one prediction. Well, I have two predictions about the Zelda game. It's like we'll get overly excited for the new Zelda game, even though all the new systems have been in games for years, and like and there will be no wildlife in the new Zelda game.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. You're probably not wrong.
I just don't feel like that's gonna happen. Like what was a game that I just played recently that didn't have much wildlife? I can't remember, but it was like something about like, oh, it was Uncharted. Uncharted has like zero wildlife in that game whatsoever.
Yeah.
I was like, huh, that's interesting. And just like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, you can see some of it in the distance.
Generally don't have wildlife in them.
Yeah, except for cuckoos, chickens.
Right. So I mean, like in terms of a Zelda game, that would be completely fine.
but it's an open world Zelda game, Scott. You can see a mountain and you can go there. Apparently,
You can go there. You can put a waypoint. Let me show you how waypoints work.
Right, but I don't think they'd fill that area or most of those areas with wildlife. They'd fill it with probably enemies.
Probably. No, you're probably right. You look at something like Twilight Princess.
is that interesting?
It's not. I don't know.
They're more likely to fill that space with enemies or
what's the
hidden
in-between
secrets.
from one dungeon to another, or going from a town to a dungeon. Like, what's the in between of that?
I don't know. Like, I bet that game has changed a lot since we last saw it.
The answer
I mean,
to
like-
that is secrets.
I mean, are we just gonna be satisfied with just a cool theme because we're satisfied with that with Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, just a cool theme just to pass by the time, and that's it. So, is that okay with us now?
I mean, like, hey, look at Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword had a lot of wildlife in it, in the in-between. Whether that game was good or not, arguable. But I think they're aware of that. I'm curious to see how they address that, though. If they're trying to make this vast world, like, how do you make it interesting? How do you make it beautiful? How do you make it living?
And how do you make having that wildlife make sense in that context as well?
Yeah, for a Zelda game. Hopefully
Right.
it's just there.
Crafting.
Because
Crafting. There you go. Kill them.
Please,
That's how
Jesus, no.
That's
If anything, I don't
that's how you
want
murder a Skyward Sword, huh? You like, oh no, these blue pigeons, if you catch them in your bug net, you get a blue bird feather, not just a regular bird feather, and you need that to upgrade your shield the last way. How's that feel, Nabishin, huh?
I still haven't beaten.
Do you
that
still want
game.
wildlife in this fucking game?
I still haven't beaten that game.
You should.
I would like to. I still would.
You should
like
finish
to,
that game.
Honestly, would.
It's really good.
It does have my second favorite boss fight. My favorite's the
Well, that's good. As good as for me, man. Second favorite Scott boss fight. I'm in.
Danny
It's
Warris
hard- it's
tweeted
hard-
me
it's
saying
hard to
that
beat.
he would fight me, and Skyward Sword is a good game. So here we are.
It's not that great.
It's not that great. It doesn't hold up. How about that?
Yeah, don't bullshit that you did not love that game when it came out.
I loved it when it first came out, but like it doesn't hold up. Okay?
I could totally get that. Yes. Spider-Man 1 does not hold up. I love
Spider-Man
it.
2 though.
Holds up.
So good. Yo, man, we want to talk about compassionate villains. Let's talk about Doc Ock. Yo, I think that's it for E3 predictions. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a dour E3, if you can tell from my predictions.
No VR predictions.
No.
There's that PC gaming thing that's between Microsoft and.
Did you watch that last year?
No, that's the one thing I never seen. I never seen a second of
Not
it.
worth watching. So, super awkward.
Yep. Clearly done by people who are extremely new at it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like they were trying to do something different. It was a cool idea, but it was like way too long. Way too long. Way too long. All right, let's take a peek into the mail sack. How's that sound?
Cool.
We have an email from our good friend Trevor Starkey. He says, "Hey, irrational pash holes," with parentheses saying, "Definitely trying to make that a thing." Which, stop trying to make fetch happen, Trevor. It's not going to happen. This is specifically for Alex and Nabishin. Sorry, Scott and Tony.
Fucking whatever.
I loved every moment I got to spend with you two gentlemen in San Francisco, and our time
That makes
together
sense.
was far too short. Alex, as always, thank you for being a steadfast inspiration, and thanks for thinking of me every single time you grabbed grilled cheese in San Francisco. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Jesus. Nabishin, it was so great to finally meet you. Thanks for putting up with all the other nonsense going on in our room and being such a great sport about it. Having dealt with my own anxiety issues every now and again, I'm so proud of you for being able to overcome it around the insanity of the week.
Thank you so much, Trevor.
I love you, Trevor. I have so much respect for you both, and I can't wait to see you again. Love you guys, Trevor. P.S. Tony and Sky can get fucked. P.P.S. Listen to Alex and Nabishin E3 stuff while they're buying Zones of Gamers. What don't you want to see at E3? That's a good question.
Something I want to steal from Ben Moore. What I heard is like a Breath of Fire 6 situation where it's like a game that's been dormant forever, and then it finally comes out, but it's only for mobile.
Yeah, that is a nightmare situation. Pachinko, Metal Gear Solid. Go ahead, Scott.
Well, I just had it though. EA.
EA, yeah, there you go. Full stop. Oh, Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. How about those? How about those bad boys? Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing specific I don't want to see. I don't want to see all that hate. Stop being so angry about everything, everyone. Tony?
Just stop eating those Sony, Alex. Go.
You're right.
Things
My
I
bad.
do not want to see at E3. No Man's Sky.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good one.
I would like not to see that on stage. Too much of Zelda.
Also fair.
You're gonna get that no matter what. 'Cause that's like a not even a demo. I think they said.
They're not demoing?
No, it's a 90-minute demo.
Oh, it's
I
a
believe.
90-minute demo.
Yes.
I'll probably watch it, but hopefully they don't show like the whole.
You should go dark, man. Be surprised.
I want to know a little bit about it. I probably won't watch the whole thing. I'd like to be surprised by that game though. Hopefully they announce a new handheld Zelda game again soon. They've been kind of knocking those out. So, those are both valid. Now we did get some tweets, and we all have this little bit of a voicemail that we're gonna play from Silver PR. Which one do we want to hear first?
How about the one that was for last week?
We didn't get a Silver
Damn.
PR voicemail last week.
Damn.
Sorry, folks.
No.
I think he knew that you guys wouldn't be able to play it.
I think he just thought we work on a podcast.
Silver PR just fucking hates me. Let's be real.
That's not true. You know that's not true.
I mean, when you beat his Ryu, then I think he'll acknowledge
Technically,
you as a
I've
real
beaten his
person.
Ryu before, just not consistently.
All right. Tweets it is. Barrett Courtney at Banana Chong tweets us asking, how dope was Bo Burnham's Make Happy?
Yo, it was real fucking good.
Tony's watched it. The rest of us have not. I want to watch it.
Dude, it's worth.
Totes. Christian Puente at Pixel Brave. If you are unfamiliar or haven't watched his videos, you should. YouTube.com/Pixel Brave. He did a bunch for Kind of Funny Live too. Nabish and I are featured in heavily. So, would you rather Kind of Funny Live 3 be in San Francisco again or roadshow type thing? P.S. Super awesome finally meeting Nabish.
Thank you, Christian.
It'd be fine. Either would be fine. I'd prefer it being on the East Coast though, just 'cause it'd be cheaper to fly out. I love the idea of like a New York Kind of Funny Live.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I wouldn't mind going back to San Francisco again, just because like fucking everything is there. So like,
Yeah.
I give a better chance seeing people that I know, like Ryan Altano again. That'd be awesome. But I get to see Max Scoville, hopefully.
What if it was in Vegas so we could just all go and lose all of our money?
And stay at Danny Juarez's house.
Yeah, well, that's like the side goal, but like also we could go to so many like weird casinos and do dumb shit.
True.
I mean, all he'll do is just Snapchat you and just zoom into your face. So.
Scott, you have to go next year.
Go to what?
Kind of Funny Live.
You see, yeah, I'm probably gonna go to PAX.
There's no reason why you couldn't go to both.
Okay.
Start saving now.
We're gonna start saving. I'm
Hell
saving.
no.
I have to start saving right now.
Yep.
Roger Picorni said he's gonna do it. He's gonna go to Kind of Funny Live next year.
Yo, here's the plan. Next year, Scott's driving us there. We'll get there faster than the plane.
Fuck. I mean, yeah, he does drive like a fucking maniac, but. Jake Nichols at Jake R Nichols tweets us saying, "How was hanging out with the Ace Strikers? Fantastic.
One of the many highlights on my trip, like probably my top 2.
Yeah, it's really good. Jason and Lisa, a couple of my favorite people in the world. So
Yeah, like there's been times where I was supposed to meet up with Jason when he used to live in Atlanta. We were supposed to hang out a couple of times, and for one reason or another, like there's something on mine, something on his, and we could never just like hang out again. So I really haven't seen Jason since Indus Fest 2, and that was so long ago I don't remember. That was probably 2011 or 12 was the last time I saw Jason. So seeing him again was overwhelming in the best way possible, because like I was just like filled with emotions, and like just hugging him was like,
oh yeah,
like I said, those feelings were real.
yeah,
So,
it was
yeah.
adorable. I loved it. Yeah, it was great. Lisa and I have always like gotten along mentally, like we're like on the same wavelength.
Totally.
And it's great. Like her and
I just love seeing you two just talk. So
Oh yeah, her and I like when we first hung out at Indus Fest 3, like we got super close, and obviously Jason, one of the most nicest, most amazing people, has been super supportive. Most nicest. I love those two. They're great. So it was wonderful spending time with them.
They're good people.
Good peeps. Alex Van Aken at It's Van Aken. Another good best friend out there. Tweets at us, are you guys more stoked for I Am Setsuna or Cosmic Star Heroine? I'm not familiar with Cosmic Star Heroine.
Colin's Store Heron was really dope. Colin's really excited about that one.
I am very, very, very excited about I Am Setsuna. So I'd probably just by default say that. Not too familiar.
What does that look like?
It looks like Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
But
Cosmic Star Heron looks like Fantasy Star, so
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I guess that's you guys are fighting or something. I don't know.
I guess. But I Am Setsuna, like the art style, like the way the characters and stuff look, is kind of like if Chrono Trigger was 3D and a little bit rounder. It looks a little bit like the Final Fantasy IV remake for the DS, but with smoother edges, if that makes sense.
The after years.
So yeah, I'm very excited for that. And last tweet that we have here. Remember, you can always tweet your questions at IrrationalPod with the hashtag IPQ to get it read on the show here at the end. It's from kind of funny Daddy Trevor at Snarky Starkey himself. He asks, do you have the same iterative system issues with the new 3DS? I guess that's more directed towards me since I have the iterative system issues. Yes, I'm not a fan of the new 3DS.
You didn't get one, right?
I haven't got one, no.
I don't think any of us have one, right?
No, I'm probably
Or-
maybe.
You're the closest.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the closest one, but I don't know. Like the only one I wanted was that Pokemon Edition one, and like that was sold out to oblivion because Nintendo doesn't know how to push it out. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Personally, stuff like that doesn't really bother me, but like I mean, obviously it bothers me like when certain things is only on one thing and not on the other. But you know, I live and learn. I'm too old for that shit to be angry about everything. So
Yeah, it's not like I'm angry.
I know. I'm saying this in a super shitty way, and I'm sorry for that, but it's
Okay. I like, I know you, at least.
Yeah.
Harold also tweeted out saying, Cosmic Star Heroine is a Kickstarter game by Z-Boyd. Breath of Death 7, Cthulhu Saves the World. Oh, the Cthulhu Saves the World, and the Penny Arcade episodes 3 and 4. Okay, so it's those same guys. I've not gotten into any of their like RPG style games before. But to continue, yeah, it's just like it helps that like at least the new 3DS only does like 5 things. It can only do 5 things that the other can't. It is frustrating, right? But again, it's more of like it's a frustrating kind of segregating the audience.
I think it's more. I think it's more frustrating for people who actually did buy it, thinking it would do something more exclusive. And,
For sure, yeah.
And then doesn't.
I feel like this
do that much
is
at all.
something that's going to be pretty samey for the new PlayStation and new Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Although I imagine this would be, with at least that report that we got about the new PlayStation Neo, that it would be like more like you can still play all the games on both. It'll just be a different experience on one.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like in like the next 3 years or so, where it's like when it gets there, Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, and it's like, well, you can only play it on Neo versions in the PlayStation 5, and that'd be shitty. That's when it gets to that point. That's where it's like unforgivable, I guess.
Yeah. Harold also tweets us saying, "Do you not love me anymore?" That's not true. We love you, Harold.
Where did you hear that?
At USFHBomb on Twitter.
I heard it there.
And he also had some E3 predictions. I totally missed this earlier. Blitz mode for Rock Band 4, he says. Forza Horizon 3. New Burnout from EA. We also did throw on that idea. And something leaks about the NX. I don't think anything's going to leak about the NX, though. Interesting, though. Burnout's a good prediction. That's it for...
The Criterion's working on something else. That Super Sports game, whatever.
I think that's like people that split off from Criterion.
They made Criterion's doing the Super Sports game. The people who split off made Dangerous Golf. That just came out.
Yeah, Dangerous Golf. That's what I was thinking of. Never mind. Let's take a look at this voicemail. Now, Silver PR did send this in. He told me to have a listen of it before I played it on the show.
And there were so many racial slurs that you was like, of course I have to play this.
I did listen to it. Some things... He has like a bit in it that he does. It goes on for a little bit too long. I told him this. So I thought we'll go to kind of like where the voicemail, like he just has like a kind of closing bit of the voicemail. See if I can get to it. I think it's the last 2 minutes.
Porn, alcohol, and
Okay.
because he couldn't.
All right.
And scene. Yeah. Sorry if anybody got offended about that. I just needed to
Don't
take
worry,
it
we
out of
didn't.
my chest.
No one got offended.
Dick out of their ass, and move on with their lives and be a better business people. And
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, about right.
All right.
I thought that I lost internet, and because Alex just stopped, and I was like, oh. But apparently not.
He probably thinks everything's fine.
Well, Alex is fired. Here we go.
Oh yeah, no, but did you get the news that Alex is fired?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was a unanimous vote.
Yep.
Yep.
You voted too.
Scott voted for you, which counts as your vote.
No, Alex voted for you.
So I want to text Alex.
Be like, hey, bro, I know that you think we're being quiet right now, but fact of the matter is,
No,
actually,
yeah, he's gone.
yeah, hero gone.
All right, I got it.
Okay, Scott, what would we do without you?
Put what the fuck, Alex?
What if like Alex responds like, I gotta build a new computer. Give me a minute.
Oh, here, I'll just go talking about it instead.
Alex just said in our text thread for those listening, I think my internet just died.
Give me a second, said Alex.
Well, that was terrifying.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I just like looked up. The Google Hangout was like, whoops.
Yeah, how far did you get?
Not very far.
We were saying that you probably left to build a new computer.
Yeah, probably. Sorry about that. I'm back. I will continue this voicemail now.
prerogative. They do what they want to do. If it doesn't work, they'll change it. This is what they're doing now. So, hashtag deal with it.
Hashtag deal with
People
it.
that are being saying that I'm being an entitled motherfucker because I'm being too berated about the Ibuki release. One thing first, I'm not an entitled person. I am a customer because I paid a season pass, and I was expecting the content. Although the things are gonna be subject to change, waiting to May 31st to tell you there's not gonna be an update, that's not being really openly communicated with them. Now they've been changing some of that stuff, and that's what I did this stupid skit. Capcom Japan in their blog blame Capcom USA, and that is just insane. How stupid this company is being run. I mean, what the hell they did with all the exclusivity money of Sony gave them for this game? Flights with Yoshori Ono all over the world before the game got released, and feeding that stupid little Blanca that he puts on his Twitter pictures. Whatever. You know what? They lost a lot of goodwill with me. E3 is going to be a stepstone to them if they're going to do something. If not, until they release the update. June's going to be, by far, the month that they're going to decide if I'm going to keep rolling with these motherfuckers, because I'm so tired of Capcom and their bullshit. Just taking care of Monster Hunter and nothing else. So, yeah, that's about me. Sorry if it is too long. I needed to take it out of my chest. Bye-bye, guys. Have a happy Saturday. I love you all. My apologies if anybody got offended. Love you. Bye.
We love you, Silver Peter. Again, like, yeah, the kind of opening bit he had was just more about, like, the communication between Capcom USA and Capcom Japan, which is non-existent. For people who don't know, obviously there's a season pass for Street Fighter V. There's supposed to be a new character released every month after the month of release. February, March was Alex, April was Guile, May was supposed to be Ibuki, and you know, weeks and weeks and weeks go on. And finally we get to May 31st where they announce, hey, we're going to be late on this. It's going to get delayed. We're going to release Ibuki in June. So they waited literally to the last minute to kind of be transparent about that, which does suck. I stand with Silver P are on his kind of point of like, I'm not entitled, I'm a customer, I paid for the season pass. I kind of expected the content, but past that I expected to at least be kept in the loop because I already paid for this. And they waited kind of to the last minute to tell anyone that what was happening. So I wouldn't jump to call Silver PR entitled or anything. I understand his frustration. So yeah, it's tricky. It's especially like what their single player stuff is supposed to come out this summer.
Yeah.
Fucking what? That's probably not going to happen. At least it's not going to come out when they wanted it to. So like it just this whole Street Fighter V debacle continues to be a huge mess, and it's upsetting. So I don't know. I'm sorry that you're so frustrated, Silver PR.
Yo, it just means I gotta wait longer for jury, so I'm mad about it.
I told him in the comment, like the whole throwaway feminist assholes line didn't sit well with me, but I think like it was a slip of words. I think he meant to say something different in that context because it didn't really fit what he was saying. But I don't know. A lot of mess in the Capcom worlds.
Just take it to heart, man. Just take it to heart and just remember. Don't. Just be careful next time. Just live and learn. Is what you can do. That's the only way you can do about it. And just express your feelings. But try to be respectful at the same time. I would say. I mean, obviously you're upset, and that's kind of like, and you're kind of beyond that point, which I totally understand. But like, continue yelling won't really really break through. It's I don't know, like love and respect and not really understanding, but like well, I'm just saying, just feel free to voice your opinion and tweet it to people who you feel can actually do something about it. Even though it doesn't seem like anything is done, like I feel like they're still somewhat listening and at least are trying.
Mm-hmm. Have an opinion, be vocal, but don't be toxic. Yeah, it's tricky. I don't think anyone could have predicted how messy this would be, though.
No.
But that's the show. That's it. Welcome back, Nobishin.
Yay!
So good to have you back. We might be switching to Friday recordings also.
You told me that sooner.
Yeah, we got to figure this out. Well, don't worry, it wouldn't happen for a little bit. So we're gonna. Nobishin's back. You got this new position. You're set for at least this week and next week to record. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do after that, going forward. So
hopefully, by then I make my own schedule. So
yeah, hopefully we can just do whatever the fuck you want. So that's the show. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to be a part of the show, just like Silver PR and Trevor and all of our tweeters were, you can send us an email, mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. That's mailsack @irrationalpassions.com. Or leave us a voicemail at 404-590-1337. Standard long-distance fees do apply. And you can send us tweets at IrrationalPod, which is the site and the show's Twitter account, with the hashtag IPQ. We'll read them on the show. If you'd like to send us individually tweets, you can do it at Alfighter27. That's me. Scott is at WUTTEHCHUZ. That's what to chuz.
He hasn't posted since 2014.
But he will respond to your tweets, and he'll at least read them.
He hasn't responded to your tweet since 2014.
That's not true.
That's not true. He reads them. I know Scott reads them. He cares. Nobishin is at NABESHIN186. That's Nabeshin186. Nobishin186. Tony's at Tony Horvath, all one word. Nabeshin. Some other stuff. Rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Helps us out a lot. Go to VG Evo Podcast Network. Check out the podcast network that we were part of. And Malicious Pod X, obviously our sisterly anime podcast. We're streaming weekly pretty much. Twitch.tv/Rational Passions. I think these past couple of weeks have been a little... We streamed Overwatch last night. We will probably stream Overwatch again in the future. That's a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
YouTube.com/Irrational Passions. The video version for this with bonus content, which is 30 extra minutes of just us spitballing before the show about what we've been up to. If you haven't ever watched that, you can get it YouTube.com/Irrational Passions, and also Let's Plays every weekday. And tell your friends. Word of mouth is the best way to spread the love, and we love loving all of you. So please spread the love. Everything else, Irrational Passions, is irrationalpassions.com, of course. Whew. It's a good 2 hour and 20-minute show to come back to,
Yeah.
and with only some technical difficulties.
By only some, you mean
Myriad.
Yeah.
Yes. That's all I got. I think we don't need a closing topic. We've had enough fun here. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who listens. I can't say it enough. All the support and everything you've shown us has been wonderful. And one more thing. T-shirts.
Yeah.
T-shirts are coming. We have a new design that I'm working closely with not only Roger Picorni on, but I actually got some feedback from Andy Cortez.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, who is designed
Rooster Teeth?
Andy from Rooster Teeth, who has designed a lot of the kind of funny shirts. I was like, hey, if I send you this design, will you give me some pointers in the right direction? And he did. He gave us some good feedback. So Roger is working on that. I think it's a really cool idea, assuming everything goes through, which I think it'll be fine. I've shown it to you guys.
Kind of confident, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm sure it'll be fine. I put out a poll saying like, hey, if we put out shirts like.
No, not that. The other thing, the big glaring thing.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Maybe.
But I put out a poll saying like, hey, would you want to see like a reprint of just the IP logo shirt? Would you want to grab one of those, or would you want to see something totally new? Most people, 70% of people said something new. It was great. Over 45 people responded to the poll. So thank you so much to people that kind of put that out there. It'll be through Teespring, so it'll be a limited time thing. It will happen soon. I'll be tweeting about it soon. It's going to be a couple weeks, I would say.
I could wear it with my lipstick nerd shirt.
Exactly.
Wear them both at the same time. Cut them both in half, stitch them together. Whew.
Get a lipstick nerd shirt also, because we love those guys. Those gals, I should say. That's on
the time. That's a hurry.
Yeah, it's got
I heard they were nerds.
From now, they are. They have lipstick as well.
Yep. What if I had lipstick and was still a nerd?
Maybe.
Could I be on that show?
You should.
Only if you put it on your chin.
I would love to see Tony on Lipstick Nerds. So
Let's make it happen.
Tweet it happen. Let's do it. Tweet at Tony Horvath and at Lipstick Nerds. Get him on the show. That's it. That's the end of this one. We're done.
Get out.
I love you all so much. Thank you, Danny Wiesner, for our opening music of Two Player Co-op and our closing music of The World Is Saved. If you haven't checked out his music lately, you probably should, because it's awesome. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Tony. And, of course, thank you, Noption. I love you guys. Winky face. I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. Play your games. Stay rational. We will talk to you all next week. And that's not a stupid line, Tony, so fuck you.
Totally is a stupid line. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Let's talk about some titles.
Titless.
We got Scott installing drivers. Danny Boy. It's fine if you eat it in the shade. Was it worth it? Tenacious IP. Xbox Scarpino.
That was good.
The family's back together. Battleborn, the Dane Cook of video games.
That's right.
Foam Middle Finger. And Sony's Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Oh, these are all good.
I like Foam Middle Finger.
Foam Middle Finger's good. I like the family's back together. But I'm a sentimental fuck, so.
Exactly, that's a good title, but there's better.
But like Foam Middle Finger though, right?
Tenacious IP is also good. No, it's not gonna be Foam Middle Finger, Scott. Was it worth it if we're really going against the family's back together?
I mean,
So
has the family been broken before?
Well, I mean, we were missing. We were one down for a
But
little
were we
bit.
broken? I think we were just apart.
It doesn't say we were broken. It just says the family's back together.
Broken Dreams has word broken, which is a good title.
Yeah, the Sunny's Boulevard of Broken Dreams is 10 out of 10. These are all good.
Yeah, I'd be going for Sony's Boulevard if we're not doing Foam Middle Finger.
Tony, what do you like?
I'm into the whole Tenacious IP one,
Okay.
but I'm also really into Scott installing drivers.
I forgot about that. This is the first one. Option?
I guess family back together.
Great.
Trevor's.
Yeah, and in case anyone was wondering what Trevor's opinion was.
Trevor Starkey says families back together. I think
I mean,
that's
if Trevor says so, we have to, right? So
Yeah, I
that's
think so.
my vote now.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Trevor said so, he has to be a host first.
All right, Trevor.
You hear that, Trevor? You gotta play Evolve with us.
Yeah, I'm gonna install Evolve. You've got 30 minutes.
You're
to
the
get ready.
monster.
You're the monster. We're the hunters. If you win, you're a host.
Jesus. All right, families back together. Nabishin, can you say the title? I'll say the number.
Sure.
All right. You're listening to Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 280.
The family's back together.
Yay!
Jesus.
Come on, Tony, clap. I know you're happy. Thank you, everyone who watched the video version. Greg Miller retweeted this, so I'm sure we'll probably get a lot of people popping in saying, like, what the fuck is this garbage? So, we love you all. Bye-bye.